Hi, guys, and welcome to another live stream hosted by the Book Cove. I am waiting for the other book club members, but I wanted to welcome you. On this live stream, we're going to be reviewing Talented by Sophie Davis, and your questions are definitely welcome. So click on the yellow link on your screen and send your questions to us. Thank you. Now, I'm just going to wait for the girls to hopefully join us soon. Meanwhile, if you want to ask any questions, I'm totally down to answering it. As always, few technical difficulties. We'll get the hang of it eventually. So apparently, I just found out that in UK is already past midnight. So officially in the UK, I am already 34. In the United States, on the other hand, I am still 33 until midnight. So yeah, this is kind of like my birthday eve. Still waiting on the girls. So what do you guys think of my haircut? I got kind of tired of my really, really long hair and decided to cut my hair. It's a pretty nice change. Quicker, too. Oh, hey, Lindsay. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. I feel really, really special that it's midnight over there and you remembered. It's pretty cool. And officially, you were the first one to say happy birthday to me. So thank you so much for thinking of me and making me feel special. You're awesome sauce. I am sending you guys the link. I don't know how. Hold on, let me see. Uh, it's supposed to be the link above. Why isn't it working? Well, they can't get on. They are watching me though. uh, Hold on. Let me see. Sorry, guys. We'll get better. Trust me. Practice makes perfect, right? So hopefully we'll get it. Uh, Yay, yay. All right. So in the meantime, if you guys are watching, if you have any questions, I wouldn't mind answering them. No, 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 no. That's not. All right. Hold on. Let me see what I could do. Um. Okay. Let me try this then. Uh, so, yes. There we go. I think I got it. This, circles. Angela. Angela. Lenny. All right. Let's see if this works. I just sent you guys an invite. Maybe that will work for you guys. I'm not sure. Are you guys able to get in? I just sent you an invite. I will try it again if you need me to. All right, let me see. Copy. Let's try this. That might work too. I swear, we're gonna get better at this. I swear to you. Eventually, we will nail this down. Okay. How do I join the conversation with the gorgeous Emily? Oh, thanks. from Angela. Come on, you guys. Let me see if it lets me join. Okay, let's see. I'm on the Hangouts as myself. See, it works. Click on the link, people. Just send you the link. There you go, Angela. Hi.
We're trying.
You made it.
Yay!
I'm like, dude, like it worked for me. How is it not working for you guys?
Because you're the hostess. The hostess with the mostess.
I went in as like Emily, because right now I'm as the book club. So I went in as Emily and I clicked on the link and it worked for me. And I sent to you guys. So I don't know if it worked for Marissa.
I know. The most recent one that you posted on our Hangouts is the one that eventually worked.
That one was the one that worked, yeah. I got that one off of the website, like right here from the chat itself. When I click on like add people, I got that link. So yeah. So we have one viewer. I see. We had two, not two. And hey,
me.
Hi.
Oh, now I can see you.
Can you guys see me fine? Am I like all crazy and corroded? Is my connection fine?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, good. Yeah, you guys look good too.
What do you
guys think of my haircut?
Oh my god, it's so short.
I love it.
Really good.
Half of my hair literally is gone.
Yes.
How does it feel?
I can definitely tell.
I know like some people like cut their hair and they'll be like, "Oh, it's enlightening" or something.
Yeah, when I did my hair, it was so quick, so I don't miss the time-consuming straightening. It was so like 20 minutes, really fast. It was pretty cool.
I'm gonna go like tweet it out and ask people if they need any questions. Do you know if this is the only people that are coming on?
Huh?
You know if these are...
I don't think. Yeah, Kaleni, I don't know if it's coming. Crystal said that after 9, and Molly, I don't think is gonna be able to make it. So I think it will be just us until like 9:30. So.
Okay, I'm gonna ask people if they want to like ask us questions because I know that's what like.
Yeah. Well, I know Lindsay was watching, and she actually said happy birthday to me because in the UK it's already 12. So yeah, it's my birthday over there.
Happy birthday!
Thank you.
You got that's so cool that you got like free Starbucks drinks and all that. Oh my god!
I was so excited. I don't know if that makes me lame but I was like super excited that my birthday started off with coffee. With coffee.
Yeah, like that's the same thing with me. Like with what's it called? With my birthday, like I would take anything for free. I did. Oh, it's my birthday. Like, and that's my thing.
Bad Marissa.
Trying to see like.
No, not bad Marissa. Smart Marissa.
As long as you don't hit the same place 2 days in a row.
Yeah. You're like, well, my birthday was born at like 12, so it's like the same. It really isn't, but I would do that.
I want to say that Carleni was going to be here because Emily, you were saying we wanted to switch it from tomorrow to today, and then it was everybody was saying they could make it, and then later on we found out that Molly couldn't make it.
Okay, so I know I said that Lindsay was watching, but I want to give a special thank you to her because she is just posting the heck out of our link and just being awesome about it and she's tweeting it.
Aww.
So Lindsay, I love you to pieces and you are so freaking awesome. I can't even I don't even have words for how much I love you and think you're like amazing. So thank you. I really, really appreciate it.
I'm gonna go like Facebook, like everything. Like, come on, you guys can watch it.
I'm getting on because now I took over Instagram, so I'm getting on that. Basically, you know, making sure that people know. I actually posted the link a while ago, so I'm just gonna repost and
Yeah.
spread the word.
Oh yeah, I apologize if there's any noise. Like, if you like anyone comes in, it's because my my like friends, like my mom's friend, and like she's also like my friend. They're like their family came down this weekend, so that would be the noise.
That's okay. I have kids in the house.
Yeah.
Eventually, you'll get noisy.
In order for me to focus on the pair of you right now, I have to have these headphones on. Otherwise, my kids are just in my ears whispering things, and I'm like, I can't focus right now. I should have just gone in the basement like last time, but
It's funny because right now I am ordering Domino's to tame the little one. So,
I'm trying to like, yeah, I got the link. Now I'm trying to like tweet it out like to everyone.
okay. Yeah, they wanted pizza, so of course, you know, if I get my silence, they have to get the pizza, right? If I want that silence, I should just comply.
I do not know if I've got 3 hours in me this time, though.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I have to wake up early tomorrow.
Yeah.
So,
I actually am so happy. I don't have any field hockey practices in like until Saturday, which is 2 days from now. I literally ran the entire like practice day, and it was 2 hours, and I'm so done.
oh wow.
I'm not a runner. Never.
Field hockey, you've got to have a lot of endurance, and by doing running,
Because I was like, I'm gonna pick the easiest one and then build up from there. But I love being goalie. It's so fun.
as long as you can take a hit.
Yeah.
Alright, so I am basically, I just posted it, so hopefully, you know. I know one of the girls that was watching us last time, that I think she's friends with Molly. She said she was going to join us, like, you know, watch us, so
Yeah.
hopefully she'll post some questions and stuff.
Tell Molly to tweet it out so the girl knows, so we can like. Get people.
Yeah, I'm actually doing it right now. I just tagged her in the post. She was like, when are you guys having another chat? You guys are really fun. I'm like, oh, that's so sweet.
Also try to tag Carleni's friend. I'll try to do it.
Yeah, I don't know which one was Lenny's friend.
Yeah, I know. She commented and she said, "Oh, you guys were so fun." I was like, "Oh, thanks."
I was actually watching us. We are kind of fun.
I know.
So.
Absolutely.
All
right.
It was pretty fun. Did you guys watch it like after we finished? Do you guys like go back later and watch it?
Yeah, I do. It's like a TV show. I like love to watch it.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I'm like,
That's like me. With all of my technology troubles and how much it like fails on me.
Yeah, no, I actually watch it because I just want to see like what other people see when we're like, you know, doing that, and it's kind of fun. Like sometimes I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe like they said that, or why am I always looking up? Because I like when I'm thinking, I'm like this, and the whole time I'm thinking and talking is like, Stop looking up.
Same.
And
Yeah,
this
but
is the reason why I don't watch it, because I don't want to be like, why do I touch my face every 5 seconds, and why do I keep like staring at the cats or something? I don't know.
well, I was kind of pleased though. Like the last chat, I kind of looked pretty. But the first one, I was like, oh my God.
All the
But the
time.
second one, I was like, ooh, Emily, you're working it. And then right now, I'm like looking at it, I'm like, I kind of feel pretty today.
You
It
should
might be-
feel pretty.
I look pretty? Oh.
Yes, absolutely. I love that haircut.
I used to cut it even shorter before. Now I want a little, So by the way, I finished the book today. I
Who would
finished
you
it.
do? I didn't get I didn't catch what you said. What did you do?
I finished the book. I finally finished
Oh,
it
you
today.
did.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I was like, I was a little stuck. But it was pretty good. By the end, I kind of like, yeah, I liked it.
Alright, I'm not gonna lie. I might have bought all of the books just for Eric and Talia. That's it. I mean, I didn't like her writing style that much, and I didn't the plot was okay, but Eric and Talia were really good, and I was like, might as well give them a chance.
Yeah, Talia, she's pretty cool, but Eric was like, sigh. I was like, okay, I could get into it for him. Donovan was kind of getting me already tired,
Yes.
but then Eric was like, he swooped in, and I was like, yes, this
Yeah.
is what I live for. And then, but wait, I have a question, and that was the first one I wanted to ask you guys.
Absolutely.
Were you guys surprised about Donovan's betrayal? Were you surprised? Were you did it
Well,
catch
yeah,
you?
because he's kind of it was weird. He was very protective. He always made her do what he wanted her to do. But he cheated on her. I was like, that's horrible.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you know what? Kind of for me, I kind of expected, but I kind of didn't. And what kind of made me think maybe that was happening was the fact that he was so bent on the whole you and Eric and you and Eric. And usually when a guy is like that, it's because he is feeling a little guilty about something.
Yeah.
So that kind of hinted, but I wasn't completely sure. And then, bam, he's like, I'm like, no, horrible, horrible.
Oh my
He was-
gosh. Yeah.
That was not cool.
So, Emily, you never shipped Talia and Donovan. You knew that he wasn't going to be the right
Weird.
one.
I didn't like him.
No, I didn't. I don't know. It was
He's
at the
boring.
beginning, yeah, because they were kind of cute, but after it was just all the when she wanted him to stay, he was like about it, and it's like, come on, your girlfriend wants to spend time with you, and you have the time, and you don't want to spend it with her. What the heck's up with you? So he kind of after a little while, at the beginning, I was like, aw, and then I was like, ew, ugh, what is she seeing in him? Yeah, he was
Well,
kind of
she hesitated with all of taking the relationship to the next level. And her hesitation suggested that maybe her character thought that it wasn't quite right, even though she had spent so much time with him and grew with him, and the relationship developed. But if your body is like, I don't think so, then there must be something going on that she doesn't trust to go to that next level.
Yeah. Oh my God, when she stood in front of that door and she was like, right, I was like, no. Yeah.
He honestly gets way worse in the next few books, and I tweeted so much about how I hate love triangles because I felt like that love triangle was so unnecessary. Because there was a love triangle in the next few books, and I'm like, his betrayal would totally cut me. I would never talk to him again. I never want to date him again.
Yeah. Oh, that kind of turns me off. To read the second book, because why would you even, especially when you see that Eric is so insecure about Donovan.
Yeah.
Why would you do it? Why would you do it? And you see how special you feel when you're with Eric, but you're gonna even give Donovan a second thought? Oh, please.
Yeah.
Marissa, how many of the books have you read?
The first one, the second one, and then the third one. There's the last one I still need to read.
So that's interesting. I'm surprised at you because I think that there were times that you and I both agreed that we're like, do we really want to read the next one?
I know, and then I was just like at a moment of like weakness. I was like, I kind of want to read them, and because like I don't know why, but like I'll read a book if it like has a good romance. But even though like her grammar was just sometimes really, ugh, and then the plot was just not that good as well sometimes, but like the romance made up for it. But then it just kind of, like, I haven't finished the third book because I didn't really like how it went through.
Well, I agree.
So she commonly...
I'm sorry, go ahead, Angela.
The cliffhangers. Like, she left so much out at the end there for the first book that I'm like, I either really want to find out or I really don't care because you're left so much that could possibly be built on that, I don't know.
I feel the same as Marissa. I would definitely read it just for their relationship, but I know there'll be like more stuff that is not only gonna be based on that, so I'm a little hesitant.
Yeah, like the weird thing about it was like when you get the second book, it doesn't even carry on with the cliffhangers. It's more like a whole different new story, and then eventually the like cliffhanger comes in. It's like, oh yeah, by the way. Like, it's weird how it starts off. It's like 2 months after that even happened. I was like, that doesn't make sense.
What?
But what she does with Talia in the second book makes me so frustrated that I just don't like it.
Well, the reason I'm not going to read it then.
She just, I want to say it, but I can't say it, and it's just like horrible. Can I leave you like a spoiler alert if you guys want to know what happens?
No, well,
like
Don't say it here. You could tell us on the. I would want to know. If you don't want to know, Angela, you could tell me separately.
Fine. I'll message you right now about it, but I'm not gonna say it on here because I know it just. I gotta tell somebody. I'm not.
By the way, I invited Sophie Davis. I don't know if she's gonna like watch us, but I did invite her. Marissa, you have to be honest with how you feel. You can't just like,
I mean, it's good. Right I read for the romance, and I feel awkward telling her that.
Well, you bought the next books.
Yeah.
That's got to tell her something that you were interested.
Yeah.
Yeah. There were a lot of things left open that I was like, maybe I want to read it, but I'm not running off to get it because when you start reading the book, you've got that first third or so where everything is like go, 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 action, stuff going on, and I liked how she would build in the world around the action, so you didn't feel like a lot of times when you start with a new world, you got to do building for an hour or for an entire 100 pages, and you're like, please just get on with it. I want to have a relationship or action or something going on. So she did a great job with that, but then there was all that drama and the love triangle. So I'm like, please get back to the part where Henry and Eric and Tyler are all doing something cool.
Yeah, yeah. By the way, what do you guys feel about Penny?
Oh, she's fun.
Oh, I like her.
Mm-hmm.
She was so like, I don't know, energetic. Yeah. I loved her because of that. She just, whatever Talia lacked in energy, Penny had it to spare.
Yes. Just, like a typical teenage girl that's just like very excited.
Yeah. Yeah, at some point I was like, dude, you need a Xanax. Like, calm the hell down. But she's fun. She was really fun. It was just like, holy heck, like, why are you so happy? Why are you so, like, talkative? Quiet. Relax.
I sent it to you, by the way, Emily.
Huh? Oh, you texted me? That was you?
Yeah.
The book is attacking. I'm not saying anything bad, book, so relax. It keeps attacking.
So, Emily, with Penny, I was surprised because they didn't, Sophie Davis didn't have Penny be the stereotypical brain, like super serious and no fun at all and all cerebral, and it was nice to see her put the girl who's bubbly and energetic and girly as the brain.
Yeah, that's true. She at first Eric seemed a little put off maybe by her, but then he was kind of like, she's not so bad. And so I was like, yeah. At first you're like, what the heck, dude? Like, but then you're like, oh, she's kind of cool. I like her.
Yeah.
And Henry too. I really, really like Henry.
Marissa, was there more of Henry in the next books?
No, not really. It's more. I can't explain it without giving away spoilers, so I'm trying to, you know.
Oh, and I
Edit
love
your head. How do you do that? I can't.
gay. I really like the fact that Henry's gay. I don't know why, but that really kind of like.
Me too.
I liked it. I was like, yes.
It was well done.
Yeah.
Is my thing really delayed?
No.
A little bit.
Yeah.
For me, not. It reminded me of the Mortal Instruments when they said that Alec was gay, and I was like, what? Like the feelings you kind of like not expecting it, but you're like, yeah, I could see that. And then when the magic happened with him and Magnet, it was kind of like, yeah, I like it. So it was that's how I felt. I was like, yes. Like, people are kind of, like, finally putting it out there, and it's not, like, like, someone is having, like, the balls, excuse my language, to actually say what we all want to hear. Like, I don't care about, like, if someone's gay in a book, but other people might, and I like that even though people might worry and, like, not like it, it's on that book, and we could read it, and it's an actual thing, and I kind of like that.
Yeah. Agreed.
I agree too. Any other reactions?
I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think of something that like I can say and then not give too much away, because a lot of the reactions happen later in the story.
Yeah.
I just read your text.
I know.
Your eyes are real big.
I know. I like it happened at the same time we were all talking about certain things, so I couldn't say it.
I must read this now.
It's really like it's better than the first book, but it's like how it picks up is really
no. And I was just like, gushy and shit.
Am I the only person that like? When a characters have fights, I want something bad happen to one character so the other character feels bad about what they did. I don't know.
No, I feel that sometimes too.
I'll be like, now I hope that she gets in like a battle and she gets hurt, so now he understands why he was rude and all that. I like that. I don't know why. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, you're emotionally invested inside the characters. The authors want to hear that you wish them dead. The character dead.
Yeah.
I like just like I don't wish it like dead like like that bad, but I just like wish that like I don't know how to explain it, like that they get hurt or something.
They lost a limb or something.
Yes. Not like I don't know, like they have to like the other character gets nervous.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
It's cute.
You want to see that person suffer and they're sweat a little.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Little karma.
Yeah.
Little karma action.
All right. So, do you have like any questions posted on yours? I'm gonna check mine now.
I haven't checked yet.
I'm in shock, by the way. Thank you for that. I am in shock.
Okay, I'll come down like that. Okay. That was my friend, by the way. If you.
No. Hi, friend.
Okay, I'm gonna go see. Usually people will ask. I'm gonna see if that guy that liked Molly last time. He hasn't checked it yet.
Because he knows that Molly's not on.
I know.
I wonder why she couldn't join today. She's so bubbly and cute.
I know, right?
She's adorable.
It's bad that I'm like, oh, she's so adorable, but I'm like, I'm literally like a year younger than her. I mean, older than her.
But she is so adorable. It's like.
I know.
Molly, if you're watching, we love you.
If you guys have any questions, because I can't tell how many people are watching. Oh, if you have any questions, you guys can comment on that Q&A thing. I haven't checked that, but if you have,
There's like a little link right here, and you just click on it, and it takes you right to where you can write your questions, and it will definitely pop up on our screen, and we will definitely answer them.
Or if you guys can't find that, then there's like a comment part of it, and then you can just click the comments and then be like, yo, you know.
Exactly what she said. All right, so I'm actually tweeting now too to see if we get, questions.
Yeah.
But overall, did you like the book?
It was kind of like when I read a book and it's just like it's a guilty pleasure kind of like Shatter Me. Like the plot of Shatter Me wasn't that amazing, but the relationship was really good and I kept reading. So it's kind of like that. So I did like it.
Yeah, when you pick up this book or read the back of it, do you imagine that it's going to have that much romance or drama involved in it? Did you expect that?
No.
Yeah.
No.
I expected more assassin, spy, action stuff.
Yeah. And by the way, we have all said this. Well, before I say this, I want to say, yeah, I feel the same way. I felt like it was just going to be like more kick-ass and less, drama and love. I'm not disappointed. I kind of love the love. It was cute. It was fun. I need more Eric in my life. But, I wasn't what I was expecting. And what I was going to tell you, put out there is the fact that we were all saying how Talia does not look like the cover girl. Like, not at all. It's not what I envisioned when I read it. Not what we all discussed we envisioned. So it was kind of weird to have someone that you can't. I didn't see any character that looked like the cover. In my head at least. So I don't know.
I don't really like Faye's. Christian, stop! Seriously, Christian. Oh my god. But I don't like covers where I see people on them. I just it ruins my effect, my reading experience, because I don't like knowing what they're supposed to look like. I want to just vision it, because sometimes I will admit I don't look like I'll look at the cover and I'll be like, oh, that's not how I expected it, but I'll picture it differently, but I don't want them to picture it for me. I want to picture it myself.
Yeah, you want to be able to build that character in your own head, right? Yeah, because they say that we could read the same book, but we're not reading the same story. We don't see the same thing when we read it. So even though they describe it a certain way, because I'm Hispanic, I might, portray that in my head and that whatever she's describing in a different way, and to you it might be a different person, and if we were artists and we were to draw Talia, I'm pretty sure we will hit some things and it might look similar, but it won't be the same character because we don't think the same, and that's the beauty of it. We read the same book, but we don't have the same characters in our head, and the story is different for all of us in different ways. So
yeah, same with the person that we picture for the guys, that the love interest. We don't pick if it's a certain characteristic that you don't like for you guys that you like or girls. You pick the person that you would like in real life, because it's how you'd want it to be.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I don't care how many times you try to push a dark skin, bald, lanky boy at me. That's not what I want. It's definitely not. So even if he's the main character, I won't be, ooh, yay, So in my head, even if you say he's lanky, dark skin, super, super dark, nothing against dark people, because my brother's super, super dark and he's super, super cute. But not my thing. I picture them, on the lighter side, nice hair, muscly. So even if you say he's lanky, I'm going to picture Damon from Vampire Diaries every single time. Just with different hair color, maybe the eyes might be green instead of blue or gray, but along those lines.
Yeah.
Who everybody needs some Damon in their life. Come on now.
I know, right?
Angela doesn't say much, but her sounds, they're on point. They say everything. Her little noises just tell you everything you need to know about how she feels.
Thanks, Emily. That's great. You are my twin, so you have noises too.
Oh yeah, mine's are sigh or That's usually what you get when I'm super excited about one of the characters.
Moving on. If we were to get thrown into Sophie Davis's world and we were born talented, what talent would you want?
Manipulation. I would. I'm not even gonna lie. That is the best.
What would you want?
What?
What did you say yours will be?
Manipulation.
Yeah, I like everything that Talia does. I would want to pin you down, fling you around. If you piss me off, you will be in trouble. So yeah.
Yeah. You guys are forgetting Eric. Eric can mimic, and he can also shapeshift. So I want Eric.
Yeah, never mind. I take back my answer.
I take it back. I completely forgot about Eric. I would be able to get every freaking power and kick your ass even better. So yeah.
As long as you're close by to that person, then you can steal their power and work it against them.
I'll lock them all in one room.
And take them with you.
Yes.
A trail of people, just I need to use you and you.
It'll be like a circus behind me.
If you could morph into one thing, what would you morph into? If you had to be one of the morph people.
Mountain lion.
A bird.
I would want to be a bird. Yes, a bird. I would want to know how it feels to fly.
Yes. Or a mermaid. I know mermaids don't exist, but that'd be really cool. Or a dolphin. Something like that.
Or a phoenix. Ooh, how cute and badass, beautiful would that be? A phoenix. There's no bird that's more badass than that.
Yeah.
So I would want to be that. By the way, I finished reading Nightshade.
Did you there? Surprise, surprise. That made you want to read the next one, didn't it?
Yes, I am hooked. But I wouldn't be a true bookworm if I wasn't. It was so good. Have you read them, Marissa?
No, I have not.
Andrea Kramer.
I've heard about it. I want to read it, but I've never had a chance to get them. So I'm probably gonna have to.
I've had them. I had the book for about 2 years, and I kept looking at it, but I never I wouldn't pick it up. And then I don't know why. I just decided while I was reading Talented, I decided to start reading that one too, and I was just I finished that one before I even finished Talented.
Yeah, Marissa, did you run into that too? That you read a book while you were reading Talented?
Yeah, I do that a lot though. If I get into a boring part, I'll pick up a new book. But I did start reading a new book when I was reading Talented.
And the same thing happened to me. I think normally this length of book would take me a day or two at most. Mm-hmm. But I think on Goodreads it took me 4 or 5 because I probably picked up a couple other things. It was that middle section that was heavy drama that I was just can we move it along?
Yeah, after you guys mentioned it, because I wasn't there yet, I was dreading every time I got closer to 120. I was it's coming.
Everybody just bailed.
Dang it. But then once you get past it, it's pretty interesting. Yeah. It picks up again and it's fun. I was okay, I kind of suspected, like I said, about Donovan, but I was still kind of oh, no. I was he did not do that to her. Why would you do that to her?
Because he's a guy and he has needs as a
Yes.
teenage boy.
Ew. Like, you don't just girlfriend, like, do the whole girlfriend thing if you're gonna do that. Just be like, have friends, you know?
I know, right?
Don't put a damn label and get feelings involved and all that crap if you're gonna be an a-hole about it.
It's a cautionary tale to all teenagers. When you
Yeah.
got someone, then I don't
Stay away
know.
from boys.
that Eric didn't do that.
Heck away from them. Huh?
That annoyed me is Eric didn't do that, and he was like a player. Like,
True.
it's always the nice guys.
Yep. Yep.
People you'll never expect always do it.
Ugh, I hate it. I felt so bad. But, oh, I loved her reaction, though. It was beautiful.
Oh yeah, that would be me.
It was beautiful. I like that she made him hurt. And I like that not only did she make him hurt, she made the girl hurt, too. Not as much as him, but that was pretty fun to read. I was like, yes! Make him hurt. You should tear his pee-pee off. I was literally on a, like, the moment I read it, I was like on a violent streak. I just wanted him to, like, really, really, really hurt.
Yeah. I feel like that's like a really big thing that you don't see a lot of in like YA like novels or new adult. It's you never see like as much cheating. Like you always hear about like a person got cheated on, but you never see the act like them finding out. Like you never see that. Like, I've realized like you'll always like see them post like cheating or like something like that, but you'll never see them find out. It's weird. Like I thought that was cool.
It's always the aftermath. It's always like, oh, she's jaded because she got cheated on, or it's never like, you know, when at least when it comes to YA, it's never like I caught you in the act and I'm gonna kick your sorry little butt. No, it's always like, oh, poor me. And I hate guys, and guys.
I feel like the one who freaks out. I'm not even gonna lie. I'd be her.
Oh, I will be hurt, but I will be exactly the way what she did. I would.
I feel like I would do that too. I'm like, how dare you? Like I'm amazing.
Especially after basically saying it was her doing it. Like, oh, you and Eric, and all of a sudden it's you. Like, oh, no wonder you were so like, you know, weird about it. Like you thought I was doing exactly what you were doing. You pig.
Yeah.
Nah.
Am I the only one who thought that she had a really weird brain? Oh, wait, what?
I can't even believe she gave him a second thought.
I know. Am I the only person who thinks it's weird how she always like she would like freak out and then she'd like black out or something and then like she always had to have like somebody like save her at times?
Yeah.
But she's still young. I think, what is she, like 17, 18?
Yeah, I found it funny when she ended up in the water, like when she got accused of being like with Eric and stuff. Basically she fell, hit her forehead, and I was like, and almost instantly, Eric and Henry are like picking her up off the floor. Yeah. I'm like, what are you guys like stalking her? How does that happen?
They're always right there, just in case.
Yeah. Yes. It's like, damn, talk about really great bodyguards. So we have a question. It popped up here. It's from
Lindsay.
Thank you. How do you prepare? I'm sorry, what?
I know, I was reading the question. Sorry.
Oh. Go ahead. No, read it. It's okay.
Oh, no, you can read it.
No, my accent will make it sound weird. You do it.
How do you prefer your male protagonists? Good boy, good heart, and romantic, or bad boy, not romantic, but his heart belongs to his girl only, or something else?
Okay. That's a good question. That's a very good question. Thank you, Lindsay.
I don't know. Can I pick like a bad boy who's changed? Because those are like really hard, but then they never happen in real life, and it makes me sad.
I know.
That's why we read fiction, because we need to have these fictional guys.
Yeah, book boyfriends are so much better. All right, I would have to say it. I can never go for the really good boy with the really good heart, super romantic. I need a little bit of like challenge, I guess, and need a little bit of attention. So I would say it has to be a mix of both of them. I know she didn't give that option, but I would say it would have to be a bad boy that has a soft side that only I can see. Like everybody else
Mhm.
thinks that he's a total a-hole, but I can see the good in him, and I know he's not as bad as everyone thinks.
Mhm.
And he shows it to me all the time, but not everyone gets to see it because I'm special. Basically, that will be my challenge.
Damon.
Yes,
Yes.
that is what I want.
Yes. So I feel
Just
like
an FYI.
Harry was
Oh, sorry.
perfect in that sense. He wasn't like so romantic, but he wasn't
Hmm.
like like standoffish. He was sweet when he needed to be sweet, but he was like tough and silly when he needed to be tough and silly. So he had everything. I feel like he had everything you need in a guy. Plus he's hot.
Yeah. Just an FYI, I'm gonna be having to get off for a bit around like 9:20ish, just because like they want me to go downstairs for like a little bit, and then I'll come back up like in like 10 minutes or like 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's fine. We have Crystal coming hopefully at 9:30. I'm
Yeah.
hoping she could get, in and, join.
Yeah.
It will be nice to have her because she is part of the group and we never get to see her on one of these. So, but yeah, that's
Mhm.
With her things.
I don't know about my men. Most of my book boyfriends tend to be definitely
vampire.
yeah, well, they're all vampires. I like the idea. I love reading the idea that a guy thinks he's completely complete by himself. That he's been going along and along and along, and he doesn't need the girlfriend or whatever. And the protagonist comes along, and she's like, "Oh, hi," and he's like, "Oh,
You're all I
I'm
needed.
waiting for you, and I thought I was fine until I met you," or even the ones who have been searching forever and ever and ever, and you happen to be the one that he falls for. I love that idea that you are very unique and special and bring out the best in him. So even if he's bad, you're the one who can help him find the good in him. Or if he's tortured, I love the brooding crap where they're like, "Oh, blah," and you're like, "Oh, hi," and he's like, "Okay, I'm good. Can we go back
Yeah, like he
there?"
finally sees the light and stuff.
Yeah.
So I guess that's a little bit of both, but vampires are pretty much bad. So
I'm like that kind of person who reality. I'm like more like facing towards my career than I am facing toward like finding love and getting married, and because I'm like way far away from that. But like the thing about me is like I want somebody like as a character who's not like the clingy person who calls them and talks to them all the time, because I'm like that would kill me. That literally would kill me.
So see, but me and Angela, we're like definitely twins.
yeah, I like
Like we want the same thing.
the little bit of possessive, the definite defender, the one that'll fly off the handle because somebody just said something to you that wasn't quite right, or even though we could kick butt our own way, the idea that he's going to be like, "Oh, no, you didn't."
Yeah, definitely.
That's what I like about Damon.
That's what you like about one?
Oh wait, sorry, my computer's like being really crazy right now.
Kind of like a donor.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
All right.
That's what you like about who you said?
Oh, that's what I like about Damon, because he doesn't he'll like if she's being done because Elena can have her like really like annoying moments. He'll like be like stop it and like freak out at her. Like I like that. Like I'd rather have that than like somebody who's just gonna do everything for you, sugarcoat everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. True. But then again, if we're gonna base every boy on Damon, they're all gonna fall short. Like, well, Edward will be the only one that could kind of like knock him. For me, at least, not for everybody, but for me, yeah, Edward. Oh.
Yeah, I did not watch all of the Vampire Diaries because I don't know. I ran out of time to watch television. But I read the books, and all through the books, I was very Team Stefan. That Damon. I know. I like the good
Damon
boy
is a
to
total
some
badass
degree.
and stuff. Yeah, he is. But
Yeah.
I feel like when he starts with the Bonnie thing,
Oh yeah.
that's when I'm
Again,
like,
that's
oh.
in the book. It's not in the book, so yeah. It
Yeah.
didn't happen for me because I didn't watch that far, so I didn't get to the point where and
No,
again when
yeah,
they
and
mess with the books inside the TV shows and you're like, wait a minute,
yeah.
she's supposed to be blonde, not brunette, and there's supposed to be two friends, not one, and what are you doing?
And then not only that, Bonnie's supposed to be a redhead, and
Yeah.
it's supposed to be it's actually the three of them, Elena, Meredith, and Bonnie.
Yeah.
And Caroline is actually the bitch, not the best friend.
Right.
And yeah, Caroline is actually she turns evil, like she gets possessed or something. I don't even remember because she was like irrelevant after she turned bitchy. But she wasn't the main one. It was Meredith and Bonnie. Those were the two friends.
But they combined them and they changed who they were. And I was like, oh, forget it. Anyway, going back to Talented, do you guys think that What, another question?
Yeah, and then after this question, I'm gonna have to go for like a couple of minutes. By the way.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good one, Lindsay.
Read it. Read it.
Do you finish every book you start? If not, what's one or two of the things that would make you push the book to the side forever?
Okay.
Who wants to go first?
I first.
Okay.
Oh, I can go.
I don't. Oh wait.
All right, go.
No, do it, Marissa.
Okay.
I don't want to.
I'll try. I didn't finish Throne of Glass because I was in a reading slump at that time. But I usually try to read like really push through them. But if it's like one thing, I hate grammar to an extent. Like if you can't, like if you use like that really weird text language in your writing, I won't do it. But I don't like love triangles to the extent where like she's so confused and can't decide for herself at all.
Yeah, I hate that. Drives me nuts.
All right, go, Angela.
All right, so I want to say that out of the 100+ books or so a year I read, at most I don't finish 2. At the very most, and they've got to be bad. Just recently, Emily, if you remember, I just couldn't do it. I was at 73% in Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard or Aveyard. I couldn't do it. I was like, I can't read another page. I read a bunch of books while I was like, maybe I'm in a slump, and maybe I'm just not ready for it. And then I was like, I really do not care anymore. And you were taking up so much of my time that I just can't do it. It was like at the beginning of the book, there was so many themes that I had already read. Like it was a YA conglomeration of a bunch of other bestsellers, and I was like, I can't do it. Marissa, you look like you want to jump in there. Tell me.
I know. I just have to say, like, because they're like calling my name downstairs. I'll be back. I'll call back in like 2 seconds, and then you're like 2 minutes. I'll come back. I promise. Okay.
Okay. Bye. So, the thing that made me stop was the fact that I could read multiple books in the midst of it. I thought if I sometimes you can just get to a point where you need a break. You read something else, you come back to it, and you're refreshed, and you're like, okay, let's get going again. And then you're like, I don't care anymore. If I can put the book down before I feel tired, it's not for me. I can't do it. But like I said, 73%. I really tried to go so far.
Yeah.
I
basically, yeah, that will be. Give me 1 second.
Oh my God, I am completely alone.
How are you alone? What's wrong?
Oh, there you are. You were gone. There was nothing there. I was like, ah!
Oh no, no, I'm still here.
You're back.
Okay, so I feel like this same as see. This is why we're like so like
Mm-hmm.
same.
Creepy twins.
Yes, it's so freaky. We should have been twins, like for real. Because I feel like if I could read 3 or 4 books in between this book, I usually finish a book with a day or two. If
Yep.
I could squeeze in 2 or 3 books before I even finish this book, then this book is really it's not for me. That and corny ass books.
Yeah, the one that
I will
yeah, it's like porn. Yeah, because it has no plot.
like literally I can't stand, and I'm sorry if there's like some I know there's a whole bunch of them out there, people who love their 50 shades. Oh my flipping crap. I cannot handle that book. If you want to know what kind of book I hate, that book I hate. I read possibly a chapter and wanted to literally like pluck out my eyes. Like this, I was just in hell. Like in hell.
Yeah.
Like you could see this is disgust right here. Like I hated that book. I hate books that are like that book. It
Mm.
sucked. It was disgusting. And mind you, I'm not a prude.
Right.
I enjoy my sexy books. That was not sexy. That was just a vieja working on her fantasies in a book. Like, and she
Yeah. Yeah.
get laid or something. I don't know. But yeah, that kind of book I hate. And I hate if I can get into it right away and stay into it and take it with me when I'm cooking, when I'm cooking, like skip over myself because I can't get my eyes off of it. The book is not for me.
Mm.
I got
Strong reactions to that question. Yeah.
yes, very strong. I hope I answered your question.
Because I always want to give it a shot. Like whatever book, if I'm going to start reading it, like I really do give it, I don't know, at least 100 pages. And if you get to 100, then you're like, okay, then maybe I can make it through. And there are times when I'm like, why did I waste my time finishing that book? But you're like, because I love to finish the things that I start because maybe they'll make up for it. Maybe there's an arc or a twist that you didn't expect and you have to get to that last couple of chapters. But I don't know. I haven't ever gone back to anything I've not finished. You know, some people can get into a slump and then you go back and you're like, oh, okay, no problem. Like when Marissa said that she hadn't finished Throne of Glass, I was like, oh, I loved that
Yeah,
book.
I haven't read it, but I've heard like everybody loves that book. And
I heard
I
the
like
same
the fact
thing.
that he's not reading it, and he should have just you know left it here because he's not reading it. And I want to read it.
Yeah, Throne of Glass, I had a lot of hype, and for me, it lived up to it. For Red Queen, it had a ton of hype, and I just couldn't. I don't know. I felt like I was in purgatory. I was like, I can't do it. Please don't make me do it.
I was the crazy thing is that I was gonna pick it up.
Red
Um,
Queen?
yes, I was gonna start reading it until you said basically, since we're like so alike, I was like, well, if she hates it, I'm probably gonna hate it too.
You might. I don't know, because we
Yeah,
haven't we haven't read all the same books, so it might not remind you of things. Like when I'm reading it, I was like, it reminded me of Hunger Games. It reminded me of
but I read the
Divergent.
Hunger Games.
It reminded me of the Grisha trilogy. I was like, I just can't. I can't do it.
Yeah, no, like I've been. That's another book that I have, and I've been looking at for a while, and I'm like, should I? And every time I look at it, it's like I don't know. And the thing is with me, like I sometimes I don't really like I haven't heard from the book, like about the book, or someone hasn't said anything about the book, but I'll pick it up and I'll read the back, and instantly I'm like, I'm hooked. I need to read this. Like
Mm.
97% of the time, no, I'm gonna go 90. 8.5% of the time. When I do that, I'm not wrong. Like I fall in love, I can't put it.
Yeah.
I have to read it. I need more. But
Mm.
like with the last two books we have read, I've had a really, really, really hard time.
Starting, yeah.
Like I finished them, yes, but it was a little hard for me to finish. And it
Yeah.
wasn't they were horrible and they weren't. I would never put a book where 50 Shades is.
Right.
But but
Do you say that you like triangles or do you not like triangles?
it depends. It depends. It's like Nightshade. You see Nightshade with Ren and Shay and her. It was
Mm.
good. It wasn't too much like, you know, it was balanced, I would say. It
Yeah.
wasn't too much or too little. It was kind of like, yes, like, because I think there are people out there that they find, oh, wait, I have to read this. Yes, yes, yes. I love you even more. I did too. She called it, you read it.
50 Shades of Shit. Yeah. No.
It's fantastic. I freaking heart Lindsay. She's too much. All right, so
Red Queen has
yeah.
like not a red a love triangle. It has like a quadrangle. It's bad. It's her, and you've got like three different love interests, and I'm like, that was
Yeah,
part of the reason too. I was like, nah, I just can't can't make me.
I like triangles if they're well balanced. Like if I
Hmm.
know there are people out there that they see this person, they're like, oh my god, and they have this major crush, and they finally get to like act on it, and then the love of their life appears, but they still have strong feelings for this other person, and they're like torn. So yeah, like that happens. So I don't mind it as long as
Yeah,
it's well done.
absolutely. Give me 1 second.
Go ahead, my friend. Thank you for your questions, Lindsay. And if you guys are watching as well,
Guess
please
it. I was going with this.
post your
I
questions
was swinging
below,
on dead,
or
like it was like so crazy.
text them in. We'll see if they answer them. So yeah,
Hmm.
I had notes
Yeah,
about
say it.
like the
Say
book,
it.
and I completely forgot to bring them over here.
Oh, your notes? Yeah. I had more random question type things like who is your favorite character? Was it Eric?
For obvious reasons. But after, well, it was Eric because he's Eric. But
Mm-hmm.
I really like Penny. I really like
Yeah.
her. And if what Marissa said is true, I hate that I like her.
No. Because Penny
And I
does have the
really
hots for
like her.
Eric. She
Yeah.
really does.
Yeah, but no, it's not even that. Like, I wish it was that because that would be like kind of like a girl, like a young girl thing to do. But no.
Okay, moving on. Do you think that Mac, Donovan's dad, is looking out for Talia as being part of being a hunter, or do you think he's just waiting for the right time to use her ability?
I see. Yeah, the second one. It's
Mm-hmm.
at first it seemed like yeah, like he cared about her, but I don't know though. For you to cover up her hurting your son and be so cool about it,
Yeah.
mm, I don't know. There's
Yeah.
something fishy about it. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't think any parent who loves their child would just be so okay about, even if he deserved it,
Right.
about their kid getting hurt by someone.
Yeah. We
So
should be better parents, or he again is a person in power and he's just
mhm,
waiting for the right moment to further his game.
exactly.
Um, uh,
Who's your
well,
favorite character?
it was Eric, of course. Love interests. Like, Talia did have a lot of great points. Like, you could really, I found her very relatable. I liked how she could be strong in moments and follow through with her missions. But a part of her personality where she could hesitate and not kill Crane, I was like, if this has been the thing that's driven you for 10 years, you got him in your sights and it's over. There is no, I want to have a conversation with you so you can wiggle your way out of it. It's bye, you're done. This is what I'm here for.
Especially because of the reason she has. Like,
yeah.
It's not some kiddie thing. No, it's a major thing. Like, you have had this anger and rage towards this person, and you finally get your wish, and you don't act on it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was thinking that maybe he had some kind of talent and that's what made her hesitate, but it didn't seem like there was really anything going on. I don't know. It bothered me, though. That I was like, you should have just popped him. It should have been over.
Give me 1 second. I'm sorry.
No problem.
Call Mimi. I'll be back. I need the charger from my laptop. I forgot to connect it. And it's not in the room. So I'll be right back. Oh, come on. Really? Mira.
La 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 la.
I hear you.
You can hear me? You want me to do a little dance? Have a song?
I can hear you singing.
And my husband just took my kids upstairs so I can unplug.
Oh, okay. I am back.
Yay!
Did you guys miss me?
You have power. You can keep going.
Yay. I am connected now.
What else? Did you think that Toxic was good or bad?
I am still on the fence about that. Like, at one point, I thought, yeah, definitely good guys, and then I was like, I don't know, but it's all because of Mac. Like,
yes.
I don't know. I feel like he influenced the way I feel about it. Like, I feel like there's people that do want to do good there, but I don't think one of those people is Mac. Like, something's up there, you know. So
between Mac and Eric's letter, that letter that he wrote, I was like, And do I remember correctly that the U.S., they do a test, and if you're talented, you have to go to their school, and other countries ship their talented over to the U.S.?
Yeah, I think that's the way I understood it too. It sounded like basically you get tested and then you have no option.
Yeah, and that sounded a little sketchy to me. Like, why would the entire world send all of their talented children to one area?
Yeah.
Like, I get that sometimes they're scared of them, but if the U.S. has any kind of enemy, you've got all secret weapons at their disposal. Why would you do that?
Well, I don't know. I feel like, who knows? Now we got to read the rest of the books.
I would read the next one. It is something that is on my list, my 1,000-book list of things to read. But it isn't like, give it to me now. Give it to me now.
Yeah, after what Marissa said, I have to read it.
Oh, yeah.
I have to, because I'm just like, no, why? I want to know why. That's basically it. Like, I'm like, I can't believe it. I'm in shock. I don't understand why they would oh my God, I can't.
But will you be satisfied? I make a little bet that you will read the next two in Nightshade before you pick up Caged.
I probably would. Well, then again, I started the second book. I already started the second book.
There you go. Wolfsbane. Yeah, you got your hands on that before you got your hands on Caged.
Yes, I did.
How far did you make it with the brothers?
I'm still in book I didn't read book 4. They don't have
Really?
it at the library. Yes, they don't have it at the library, and I I am working, so but I do want to read them.
I might have them on Kindle. I'll see
I
if I can
need my
send them
brothers.
to you.
I need the brothers.
From book 4 on.
Yeah. Well, no, I actually my sister-in-law, which was so sweet. She gave me her library card for New York, which has like way more books for ebooks and stuff.
Yes.
So they have every book. It's
Oh,
just the waiting list. You know,
wow.
the let me see, from book, I think from like book 6 on, they have them available.
Oh, good.
They have all of them available. Like right now, if I wanted to take them out, I could. But I don't want to read like that. I want to read straight through. I don't want to read, jumping from one book to
4 and
the
5.
other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I have 4 and 5, I'll send it to you.
Yay! I am excited. I am missing the brothers so bad, like physically missing them.
I think I finished the 5th book of The Breed
Ooh.
because you stopped at 3.
How are you liking it? Huh?
You stopped at the 3rd book, right?
No, I didn't stop. They made me stop.
Oh, yeah. I read
I
4.
didn't
I finished 5 last night. Ooh, Lindsay!
Where? What?
Oh, she has more questions. What is our favorite genre, and is there any you really can't bring yourself to read?
How
Well, we're
come
paranormal for the most part.
Wait, where did you see the question? I didn't see it.
I put the little tab that, like, if you draw your mouse to the left, it's got all the different aspects of the video, and
Yeah, but I have it open. I have the Q&A open, and I didn't see it.
maybe mine is faster.
Probably because right now you're frozen and I'm frozen, and what the heck? Am I moving in your camera?
No,
Am I moving now?
nope. Oh, there you
Come
are.
on.
La, la.
You're breaking up. What's wrong with my internet? Ugh. Oh, yay. There's 2 questions.
Yes, that's what I said. What's our
Oh, no.
favorite genre? And is there
Yeah.
any
Okay.
can't
So
bring
what's your
my favorite? Well, for the most part, I read paranormal. Um, I have read pretty much every genre. Like, I'll read middle grade with my daughter. I read tons of YA. I read my fair share amount of adult fiction between sci-fi, fantasy, romance, historical fiction, uh, horror. I've like Stephen King was one of those things that I just kept reading lots and lots and lots of when I was a kid. And is there anything I can't bring myself to read? I don't think so. Like, historical fiction isn't my favorite, but I have read it. Like, I've read almost all of James Michener. And he's only historical fiction. So, and I've read classics. Like, I loved reading the Alexandra Dumas, the Musketeer cycle. I read all of those, Count of Monte Cristo, and all the way through. I think the 20 Years Later was the one at the end, and Jane Austen I love. So, yeah, you name it, I pretty much read it.
I don't know if you heard me, but when you said something I can't bring myself to read except 50 Shades of Grey.
Well, certain. So is it only the erotica, or is it the poor writing?
No, it's just that one. It's just that one because I read erotica, and like I said, I enjoy some sexy books, but
That one
that's
didn't
not
do it.
sexy. That's not sexy. That's just disgustingly gross. That's what it is. And he's like not likable. I don't know how girls are like, oh my god, about it, but whatever. I would say my favorite, yeah, it's paranormal. I that I could read every book in that all day, as long as it's like really well written and
Mhm,
catches my attention right away. I love me some vampires and werewolves and witches and all
mhm.
of that stuff. It's pretty cool and awesome. And something I can't bring myself to read. I don't really read biographies. I have,
Yeah.
but they're not really my favorite. Like, you know, I read I read American Sniper, but just I read it just because the movie was coming out. So I'm usually one of those bookworms that if the movie's coming out, I have to read the book because I if I'm gonna watch the movie, I might as well read the good part of the story, not what they're gonna put out there. But and that was actually really really good. Like I really enjoyed that. I read it
Mhm,
in one day. I was just like intrigued, but like the whole book was amazing. But
mhm.
I really I they don't yeah, I guess biographies are the ones that biographies or biographies don't really call my attention. Yeah,
Nonfiction. I read to escape. So reading nonfiction, not
it's the thing.
usually an exciting thing. And what's funny is that you said you couldn't bring yourself to read 50. I can't bring myself to read The Fault in Our Stars. I
What?
I won't do it.
But
The
why?
my reasoning is that I read so that I can escape and um escape tears, escape my own tears. You're gonna give me a book that I'm gonna cry through, like it's guaranteed it's gonna be ugly, snotty nastiness. I'm not interested in putting myself through that kind of
Well,
insanity.
see, in that sense, you and I were that is like one of the differences. Remember, we were like, oh, finally something different. We have something that's not
But we
common
didn't
in both
agree.
of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually enjoy me some Nicholas Sparks and cause okay, maybe because I am bipolar, I feel like sometimes I do need to let out what I'm feeling. And
Mm,
I don't pick up those books all the time, but I do love Nicholas Sparks. So I read all of his books and
yeah.
90% of his books will make you cry, like ugly cry, snot, like cry.
Read one of Nicholas Sparks. I can't. That's it.
Which one
One
did
was
you read?
enough. The Notebook.
Oh my God, yes, the Notebook will do it. But
I
like
was like, are
he
you
is,
kidding me?
he's
That's
amazing. You never know what you're gonna get.
the same reasoning for The Fault in Our Stars was the same with the Notebook. Please, please, authors, if you want me to read, do not make me fall in love with your characters and root for them. And when they finally go together, gone. Somebody died. They both died. Whatever. I can't.
I
It's
I
wrong.
think the
They're supposed
reason
to
why
ride off into the sunset. Forget this reality of death thing. No.
yeah, but see, that's what I like. That like sometimes okay, sometimes you need that like that reality. Like even if it's in a book, sometimes you need that little piece of like humanity of what you know it's inevitable. Like you lose
No.
people you love, people you like come to care about, you do lose them. So it's like it's a reality. And but the way he tells them, it makes you kind of like think about like if I died because I am, if I were to die tomorrow,
Mhm.
I I would want to have had what this person in this book had. I would want that love and that like that feeling of oh my God, I could die tomorrow and I could die happy because I have everything I have been searching for. And that's what Nicholas Sparks does. He basically makes you feel like shit, yeah, this person died, but oh my God, his life was like it was amazing. It was like he had love, he had happiness, he fulfilled everything he wanted to fulfill, and even when he didn't, he was content or she was content in what they had. Like that basically to me, it's kind of like it's magic. Like I'm getting goosebumps. It's amazing. With the Fault in Our Stars, I completely understand. I was devastated, devastated. Like I needed a moment. I couldn't read anything else. I cried like if it was a family member. Like my heart hurt so bad, so bad. You know, and like when I tell you I cry, it was like even after 2 hours of, if I would think about the book, I would cry. So I completely get it. But the feelings you get from that book are not only that. They're not only that part in the book. It's everything. It's their journey, like how they found each other, how they're so right for each other. Yes,
Again,
it
this
was
is why I
terrible,
want to watch it or read it.
but
Just do
no,
it.
it was terrible, but it was beautiful at the same time. It was like it was a terrible, beautiful like story. It was amazing, and it was so sad, but it was so amazing. It was like
I don't care. I'm
ah,
not
it
doing
was
it.
so great. It was so great. I really like. I cried hard, but I am so glad I read it because you get so many feelings. It's just you like lovely. It was everything. So yeah.
I skipped book club. I'm a person that when I've committed to something, I go to it. I show up, I do my reading, I do everything I'm supposed to do, and they had picked it for 1 month, and I'm like, no, sorry, not going.
I actually look forward to Nicholas Sparks books. And one book that actually did that to me, and I wasn't expecting it, was the Death and Life of Charlie St. Cloud.
Okay.
Dude, I read this book, and I again I read it because the movie was coming out and it
Mhm.
looked pretty cute. You know, I was like, oh, interesting. Okay, let me read the book. It was actually like 2 or 3 years ago on my birthday. I read it on like I
Oh,
sat. That was what I did. I just sat and read that book the whole day. And I think the reason why I shouldn't have picked that book because I was already sad. It was my birthday. I was like literally doing nothing. I was by myself all day, and it was my birthday. So it was horrible. But I wasn't by myself because I have Charlie.
yeah,
And
true.
the story was like wow, it was amazing, but it has a at the beginning it's kind of hard because you're like, oh my god, pobrecito, and then
I'm back.
but after, yay, hi,
Hi.
after you're kind of like, oh my god, wow, like wow. That book I do recommend it. It has, you will feel like the feels, but at the same time it's such a like beautiful story. I wow. I'm in awe with that story. It was really beautiful.
Mhm. So
One
Marissa,
that I would tell. Yeah,
Lindsay
go.
had another question.
Okay.
Marissa.
Yeah.
What's your favorite genre, and is there anything you can't bring yourself to read?
My favorite genre would have to be like contemporary reads. And I cannot bring myself to read nonfiction.
Hmm. It's pretty much all of us.
Yeah. By the way, Lindsay, we don't mind the questions. We actually welcome them and bring it on, woman.
I just realized I misspelled my aunt's name on my blog, and that's really awkward.
And you changed your
Well, we're
clothes.
not getting into present.
Oh yeah, I did. We were doing this like clashing, like all of our colors were like red, so I had to change it to a red shirt.
All
Okay.
right. So, do you have any
I know.
questions on your on Twitter? Uh,
Usually it never like.
Marissa.
Oh, sorry, I'm checking right now for the Twitter.
I'm not sure if you're hearing me. That's why.
Oh yeah. I didn't get anything on my my personal, but well, like my my like book blog, but I'm trying to see if anything for Book Cove. Oh, we did. Oh wait, that was you quoting my the tweet. The tweet.
Where I wonder what happened to Kaleni, and I thought she was gonna be here.
Yeah. For some reason, I want to say she agreed that today was a good day for her.
I think she did.
Yeah, yeah,
I'll
I
get to
remember her saying that.
Here, I'll message her. Oh, I got a question from my friend Grace, who's sitting across the bed, but what'd she say? Because she texted it to me. What made you love reading so much?
Which time?
I know.
All right, I have an answer for that because my love for reading started very early on. I was 5, and I haven't had the easiest life since I was like very, very young. I can remember since 3 years old, it was like crappy. And the moment I learned how to read at 5, it was kind of like I needed the different worlds. I needed to get away from here and get into a book. And crazy at 5, but that's basically what happened. I just felt like, oh my God, there's so many wonderful worlds out there, and I just wanted to know them all. And now it's basically for the same reasons. The world is so freaking ugly, and yeah, you find beautiful people like the ones I have in my life, thank God, like you guys, Lindsay, and I got lucky in that department. But there are a lot of ugly things out there, and books just make it easier and better and fun. I just got deep.
I read as a very small kid. I This is gonna really date me, but there is a publication called Reader's Digest, and when I was a kid, and we used to, instead of use the internet because it didn't exist yet, we would have encyclopedias, and the encyclopedias would fill up your bookcase, and underneath the bookcase you'd have the Reader's Digest condensed books. You'd have your classic books, and they would condense them. They would be abridged versions, and you'd have 4 classics like Black Beauty, Moby Dick, Huck Finn. All of those would be condensed into you'd have like 100 pages or so a pop. So I remember in elementary school hiding underneath my parents' credenza with those books in my hands because I was like, I gotta read. And even reading in middle school by the light of a nightlight, because my parents would literally take the lamp out of my room because I wouldn't go to sleep. I'm like, I'm scared of the dark. Please leave me a nightlight. And I'd be like, trying to read. Like all through high school, it was horror. I read Stephen King because I needed something different than what I was experiencing as a kid. And YA did not exist. It was either you're reading classics or you're reading sci-fi. There just was no YA. Like, I guess the closest you could get was Nancy Drew or the Babysitter's Club. It just wasn't. It didn't exist.
Yeah.
So eventually I made it to college, had 0 time for personal reading because I knew if I picked up a book, I would do no homework. Made it through college, made it through getting married, and I did other things. And then I didn't have time because I had kids because I was giving birth or breastfeeding or something that I'm like, I can't focus for 400 pages. Until I was force-fed Twilight because my grandmother of 80 years old had spoiled me on the 2nd book. So I was like, oh, I guess I'll read it. And since then, I'm on a tear for, I don't know, the last 5 years. That was a long answer. Sorry to Marissa's friend.
It's okay. I got deep, so it's okay.
Okay, that's her. Yes, you can say hi.
It was an honest answer. So,
Hi.
hi, I've seen you in pictures.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I
You guys
guess
have some good answers.
I should probably answer mine. Okay. I was like one of those kids who like hated reading in elementary school, and it was just because I only read what summer reading gave you, like what they gave you for
Yeah.
summer reading, and that just like teaches you to hate books because it's always like the books that are not fun at
I
all.
agree.
But eventually, like I guess like around like when I was like 10, no wait no, like 8. Like my aunt was like, "Oh, here, read this," and then like 'cause she's an author, and it was my first ever YA book, and it was If I Stay, and then I just fell in love with reading, and I just kept going with it, and I honestly I kind of skipped middle grade and just went right to YA. Even as like a young kid, I never liked middle grade stuff. I always liked older, like adult TV, like not adult TV like that way, but like TV like CSI and stuff like that. Like I never went to like that kid Disney Channel phase. I always like
Marissa was reading erotica.
from like age 7. Yes.
Where were your parents?
But like now I just
Imagine that would have been hilarious. Well, at least to us, not your parents.
now I read just to like because life can just be really stressful, and it's like my escape from every bit of stress and bit of drama that there's like in life. I can go into other people's life where there's more drama and not feel as bad as I do, especially with fantasy.
Yeah.
Oh, and another thing, it's not only because there's so much like crap and hate out there. It is also because boys are so much better in books.
I know, right? Like you go in like real life and just what are they?
Yes, like they don't measure up. That's horrible, but it's true. Did you guys see what just came in? Look.
Oh my god.
Pizza, nice.
A box of happiness just arrived. Oh my god, in a few hours it will be my birthday.
Oh yeah. You have like 3 more hours. So I'm really bad with math.
Yeah,
It's 3.
Let's ask the math whiz over here.
2 hours, 26 minutes.
How much time till my birthday?
2 hours, 26 minutes.
There you go, see? Boom. That's why you need Angela around. She has the brains, people. Plus,
Yeah.
she's awesome sauce.
I love math. Bring on any of the math questions.
Literally.
That's another thing we don't have in common.
Yeah.
I hate math. I don't even know how I got an A. I think it's just because I like ate the math book and it somehow transferred into my brain.
Yeah. No, I love the puzzle. The pattern.
We have another question. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it because it's a short one. Okay. Will any of you write your own book? That is a great question, Lindsay. Keep them coming.
Yes.
I believe that of you, Marissa. I totally have faith that you would be able to write a book.
Yeah, she's really good. Would you, Angela?
Heck no. Can't do it. My idea of doing anything, part of my math brain only really likes the idea of efficiency, and writing a book is anything but efficient. You write a draft, you send it to somebody, they edit it, read it, format it, send it back, you go through it again and again and again and again, and that is the antithesis of efficiency. I can't draft. Like, there were so many essays you write for high school and college. I wrote those suckers in one swoop. I wouldn't even necessarily outline it. I'm just like, train of thought, and it's over. There's just no. Drafting rots my brain.
I would, and I kind of started one, but
Ooh.
I haven't finished. I started it because I had an idea, and I tend to forget stuff. So I started with that idea, and it kind of like it just flowed, but I haven't finished it, and I'm like pretty scared to like finish it, and like then what, And I don't know, it makes me a little scared.
Send it to me so that I can edit it for you.
Ooh, sounds good. But yeah, I started, I would, and I want to finish it, and I would love to see where it goes, but I'm terrified,
Mhm.
terrified,
Mhm.
But I think I should do it, and just see where it goes, because things that make me terrified usually make me determined. So yeah,
That would be the next big adventure for you, Emily, since you're done with college now.
I know. Now I have like all this free time. Ooh, what am I gonna do with it? I
Yeah,
should just.
I just,
I
I,
should.
the idea of doing something over and over and over again makes me want to hurt myself.
I
I feel
like
like
you want to pull your eyes out and like just sew your mouth and like close your ears, right? Kind of like what I wanted to do with 50.
it's mostly like schools teach you that. Like I just finished like my freshman year of high school, and like
Aw.
my English teacher would like drill into like our brain, like when you write like an essay, you have to write like what you're gonna do out first. No, you like do like that brain thing where you like write like all these like ideas for it, and then write what you're gonna write. Then look at it again and do like 5 different drafts. And I'm like, I'm not gonna do 5 different drafts on like a 2 paragraph essay. Like
Right.
that's not even an essay. That's 2 paragraphs.
Yeah.
RJ.
Yeah. Like the process, what they're teaching you in school is important because there are times when you set yourself out to do something that if you can put your main ideas down on paper and then extrapolate on them in order to fluff something out or to support something, like the process is important, but the way that they really force feed it down your throat just isn't the easiest way of getting kids to realize that your brain probably isn't just going to shoot out the best idea on your first shot. But
Yeah.
if you were to brainstorm, do some outlining, have some points coming off of things, like you can make a nice diagram looking thing about an essay, but it
Yeah.
doesn't need to be you write an essay, you write it again, and then you write it again. It's just, it doesn't make any sense. And no kid wants to do that.
Yeah,
There's time for that.
I know. Yeah, that's true. But me, I don't know. I feel I have like I have the one that I'm writing, right? And then
Mm.
I have like two different things that I like.
Plop
Those
on
don't
it.
go away. Yeah, they don't go away because they're kind of like they started because of personal experiences, so they're there and they won't leave me alone.
Mm-hmm.
But in reality, I don't know if I would want to put them to paper because they're so personal, because they're based on something, if we're gonna be honest, something's horrific, and like I don't know if I want to, but I feel like I should because it will be kind of like a healing process in a way.
Yes. How many
But
times have we gone to book talks when we hear the authors say that they didn't write whatever book, their debut book, for the world? They wrote it for themselves. And sometimes
yeah,
having it out on paper can give you that healing process. And if for some reason you shift some things and add some stuff and it can morph into something that you share with the world that isn't a piece of you anymore, then it could be lucrative.
yeah, true. I like it literally. It's like the one that I haven't put to paper is the one that it's kind of like haunting me the most.
Yeah.
And it like I wake up and it's the first thing I think about. And like I really feel like I should, but it will be kind of like being naked to the world in a way, and I don't know if I'm ready for that, you know. So, and I, not that I'm saying I would put it out there as soon as but you know, I know that eventually if it's something that's I feel is great, I would want to put it out there, not only because I feel like it will help me, but it will help so many other people. But at the same time, it's like it's terrifying letting people into your innermost thoughts. It's like it's they're private for a reason, and they're yours because you want to keep them yours. But at the same time, by them being yours, that doesn't make you feel better. It doesn't help anyone, and it doesn't help you for sure. So it literally is like it's kind of like a ghost. It's one of those things that is really, really haunting me, and I really feel like I should write it, but I decided on the other one because it's a little happier.
Yeah. That's the thing about fiction is that it's supposed to be like people don't need to know that you wrote it. Like if you don't want to be like like exposed to the world of like something that like happened in your life, you can just say that you thought of it. Like you don't even like it can still touch people, but like I know that like because like definitely like there's like things that happen and like you just be like no one. The thing about fiction is it's not like saying that it happened to you, but it could help people the same way even if it didn't happen to you. But like by saying that like oh I wrote this book, it's just like it's for the reader's mind to like decide oh was this written like you can tell, but like you don't have to be like oh yeah that's definitely I wrote this from this experience like you know what I'm saying. I don't know if that made sense.
No, it definitely made sense. I agree. Like, but I don't know. I feel like the first thing authors get, like, the first question they get is like, where did you come up with this? You know, and it's like, am I gonna? I don't know. Like, and this is me thinking way ahead, but that's why maybe that's what's keeping me from like putting it on paper because I feel like once it's on paper, I will want to do something with it. I won't just want to keep it and let it be my dirty little secret. You know, it's like I would want it out there, and I would have to be really, really brave for me to, just, let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand it's a personal experience and it's hard, but I mean, yeah, like I understand. Like it'd be like that's like you're like a part of your life, and like it's weird telling people about it at that point of your life. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, twin, I'm telling you, if you just the catharsis of writing it out, even though you're not necessarily going to release it into the world, since it is the thing that is keeping you preoccupied, what harm could happen? Like you have yourself a nice little write, you sit down and you flow it out, and then you go, oh my God, I can't believe I just put that on paper. Somebody's gonna find it. You light it on fire, and you're done.
Yeah, that it's actually a form of therapy, and like certain people's like they write like stuff down to like instead of expressing it via words, they like write it down and they burn it.
If you have,
go ahead.
I have a question. I'm changing topics because we're getting serious again. And I feel like the spotlight's on me. Woo. Getting hot in here. If you had a chance to, okay, for Marissa it will be like a different, like for you, Angela, if you had a chance to sit down and talk to any author, just one author, and ask them just one question, who will be the author and what will be the question? And for you, Marissa, since you would write a book, if you had a chance to write a book with any author, who will be the author and what do you think you guys would write about?
Ooh, I don't know. Oh God.
That feels that doesn't feel light and fluffy.
I don't know why. Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't know. Okay, I think I would want to write with. Oh my God, the person who wrote The Perks of Being a Wallflower, just because I like their book because of how like it is, like how relatable somebody and how many topics he's talked about in that one book and how he related to so many people. I just thought it was really amazing. I didn't that wasn't my favorite author or my favorite book, but I thought it was amazing how I could do that in this one book, and it was not even a big book.
Steven Chbosky.
Yeah.
Okay, why?
Yeah, that book needs to come with a trigger warning.
Why?
Yeah.
I haven't read it,
Oh,
so
it's
why?
it's
Never mind.
really it's really a lot. It's a lot of different things. It's crazy.
Kaleni's here.
Hey, sorry I'm late. Like, 2 hours late. Sorry.
Wait, what's wrong with? Wait, why would it? Why again?
Oh, why would I need a trigger warning? Or
Yeah.
why would I choose him?
Well, it'll spoil.
Warning.
It'll spoil
There's
you.
a lot of stuff that involves I don't know how to say it without spoiling things, but it's a lot of drugs, sexual assault issues, suicide, and part of it, it's not that big of a spoiler, but yeah, it's a lot of different topics, and it's all crammed into this really small book, and it's really amazing how he did it.
What book are we
Yeah,
talking about?
Perks of being a woman. Yeah.
Wallflower.
Perks of Being a Wallflower. Amalia read
Yeah.
that. Did you read that?
No,
Yeah.
I haven't read it.
My little sister.
And I was telling Emily, or I had mentioned that I thought that book should come with a trigger warning.
Oh, okay.
Because I wouldn't have read it. If I had known, if they had a warning on that book, I would not have read it.
If you know what book not that I wouldn't have read, but I would have liked to know a little more about it before I read it. I suggested to everyone because it's a book that it was well written and it was a good book, but if I would have known what it was about, I wouldn't have read it when I did read it because at the moment it wasn't the right book for me. I read it again because it was a really good book. It's called The Weight of Silence, but by Heather Gudenkoff, I think that's how you say it. It was I'm telling you, you would just wow. It gives you the feels, and by the end, you're just like you can't close your mouth. You're just like, what the hell just happened? Like. It's one of those that you're like the whole time you're just worried about what you'll find or what you won't find, and then when you do find it, it's like holy hell,
Yeah.
So it's one of those books, but at the moment when I read it, I shouldn't have read it because it was like not the timing for that. But I do recommend it because it was incredible, and it makes you feel a lot of things.
No, I thought that the writing in Perks was really good.
Mm-hmm.
It was not for me.
Yeah.
There's too much in there that parallels stuff that it
was a little bit.
It does not make for happy readings for me.
It could put too much. I feel like there were so many topics that at least one of them had to come from. At least one of them had to relate to your life. If I say life. And it was just it was crazy because it was a lot of the stuff I could see and I'd be like, oh my god, it was just it was relatable and it was just
Yeah. I have to read it now.
Carleni.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite genre? And is there any genre that you absolutely will not read?
I do. My favorite genre is definitely fantasy. Any kind of fantasy, high fantasy, whatever, vampires, fairies, what have you. Genre I won't read. Biographies. I don't understand. For some odd reason, I just can't. I've tried to read so many biographies and memoirs, and it just it just won't stick with me. The last biography I've ever read was Born on a Blue Day. Born on a Blue Day, yes. And that was back in high school, and that was because I had to review, not because I actually wanted to read it. And I really enjoyed it, but I just can't pick up biographies and read them because it doesn't interest me.
Yeah, I think we all said nonfiction. We're all like, bring on the fantasy, bring on the fiction.
Yes.
You don't need any
Yes.
real. What else did we have that was good?
We all wanna get out of our head and out of reality and into some cute boys with lovely, lovely hearts.
Yes.
So Carleni, here's another one. Do you finish every book you start? And if not, what is one or two of the things that make you push the book away forever?
Okay. It's very rare for me to not finish a book. The last book I did not finish was Wicked Appetite by Janet Ivanovich, and it was because why was it? It was because the main character was so annoying, and she made so many stupid mistakes. Like, I just didn't understand how she thought certain things were so. I suppose that they were like that it was okay for certain things to happen. Like, it just really annoyed me. I have to have a likable character for me to continue the book, and even if if the character isn't likable, the story has to be good enough that I can continue with it. It's very rare for me to turn down a book, and the only time I ever finish a book that I do not like is when I have to review it.
I hear ya.
Yeah. That's how I felt with the last two books we've read. Like, well, at the beginning of both of them, I was like, meh. But then after, I was like, oh, okay. But just, oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's never a good idea.
Well, for me, for Talented Anna of the Lost, like, it was hard for me to get past certain, like, I don't enjoy first person. Like, the book has to be written really well for me to enjoy first person. But for me, Talented, once I got past page 120, it went by really quickly, and I'm like, okay. I mean, like, the main character got a bit whiny at the end, but I suppose, she's a teenager.
Right.
Whatever. Yeah. I mean, like, other than the fact that it completely annoyed me so much that the cover did not match what the character looked like. I'm like, but where's her curly hair? Where's what she's supposed to look like?
Yeah.
Like, those heels aren't practical.
She would never wear those shoes.
It was good enough for me to continue with it.
I don't think anyone would wear those shoes.
I'm gonna go kill somebody.
Be
spies.
She was
for walking in.
She was gonna strip after killing someone.
Yeah.
And dive back into the Matrix.
Yeah. She can manipulate people and be like, it's time, and like manipulate their minds and like, like want them to want her.
There you go.
I feel like that is what she looks like. She literally looks like a person that would do that.
She was a vixen. The one that's on the cover will be the vixen. Like, she will use her powers to seduce.
Yeah, I know. Like, where is her, like, I don't know what the cover looks like, but her face in it, it's just like, it makes her, like, look like that. And also the covers in the other books that are completely different. Like, I'll bring them up. I'm going to get the other books up here so I can show you guys.
You know what she looks like? Her face, she looks like one of those, not geishas, but those girls over there in Japan that like do the over the top makeup with like trying to do the really big eyes, like the animated like anime face, like the those faces.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The Lolitas.
Yui, here. Here's her in the next book. Oh wait, no.
Japan.
Here, I'll get one of the books up. Okay.
Melanie, there was another one. Would you ever write your own book?
No, I'm not. That's dumb.
Would I ever write my own book? Probably not, because it takes me so long just to write one review.
That was
Oh yeah, I saw those. That was the third book, right, Marissa?
Yeah,
Don't
then-
mind me. I am trying. Like, I take my head out of the screen because I'm eating. And I'm starving.
Yeah, Carleni, you and I would not write a book, but Marissa and Emily would write a book. I can't draft. I would write, if I wrote a book, it would be just page one through page whatever, and I would never look back. I do not. I can edit anybody else's stuff. One of my last jobs that's one of the things that I did. I edited reports and formatted things to be sent to court, and I can do that till the cows come home. But ask me to write my own thing and look at it a second time, nope.
No, I can't do it. I honestly, I can't. I tried to write fan fiction, and that didn't work out at all for me either, because I forget that I was writing. So like, I could write a good 5,000 words in one sitting, or after a week. But then like after a week, like I lose all interest in ever writing. I'm like,
I want to go.
Okay.
I have a question here from Lindsay. I freaking heart you. Thank you for the questions, because if I don't think we would have any questions if you didn't post them. All right, so this one
Before the
says,
question.
huh?
Can I just say something before the question? I love her reference for the author, because I know the author that she's talking about, I think. And I'm dying from it.
All right, so she says, I've seen a lot of people moaning this year. So is there anything that would put you off an author? For example, I won't read a book by any author who has bullied a reviewer for not writing a 5-star review. So go.
I don't know, because like I think that I wouldn't like. I hate when authors. I don't like when they don't, like when they're like I'll be on Twitter, and I don't like when they're just like they never respond to fans, like they don't even care about like anybody else, and like it's the only like I don't know, like they're never like active, like they only talk about their book, but they never talk to fans about it. They never like care about feedback or like anything, and just kind of like it's mean. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Like she like talking to us. I thought that was like nice that she actually is like watching our stuff. I thought that was nice of her. So thank you.
Anybody else have a burning desire, or are you going to let me rant?
No, we're gonna let you. We're gonna let you.
Okay. I was at it was Cassandra Clare was releasing A City of Heavenly Fire, and she was in Massachusetts, and she was being interviewed by Jodi Picoult. I don't like Jodi Picoult. After this one experience, I was like, you know what? I am never, ever going to read one of your books, because she was interviewing Cassie, and everything was going well, and blah, 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 blah. And at some point, Cassie was talking about how she had an interaction with Stephenie Meyer, and she was saying how she was Star Trek, and she was like, oh, what happens next? And Stephenie was like, no, I'm not going to tell you. And Cassie was like, well, because Stephenie Meyer had called to ask her what was going to happen in the next book. And she's like, oh, I can't tell you about that part. It'll be released. And she's like, oh, can you tell me about something in Twilight? So anyway, Jodi and her son talked about how much of a dish rag that Bella was. They were bashing a character that I love. And when the crowd was like, yeah, she's awful, and I'm like, are you kidding me? You just spoke with an author who was saying how she had a fan moment with another author, and then you're going to bash the main character. And like they were egging on the audience to bash Bella, and I'm like, I'm not even going to give you a try. And being the person who I am, I said something to Jodi afterwards, and she wanted to argue with me about it. And I'm like, you can have your opinion all you want, but if you're going to be in front of 400 people, bashing a character is not going to put people on your side. If you want to say that there are strong characters and weak characters and make it a generality, then you're not going to hurt anybody's feelings, and you're going to be better received. So if you're going to bash other characters, especially ones that are very near and dear to my heart, I will never read you, and I will talk to as many people as possible to tell them what a bitch you are. So there. That's my Jodi Picoult thing. I'll never read her. My mother loves her, and I'm like, I don't care.
I've never read a book by her, so.
Well, now you have a reason never to.
Definitely. Because I love Twilight, I could say Bella was kind of annoying at the beginning, but she was a badass at the end. I could say that because I read it, and I still love Bella, but there were points that I wanted to, like, just shake her. I wanted to shake her.
You're saying she had no story arc, that she was just this mopey, whiny dish rag of something, and I'm like,
wow.
Yeah, they were comparing Bella to Clary, and I'm like, you can't. They're different people. They're different main characters, and when you're going to bash something, I'm not your fan.
All right, so my turn. Let me see. I think, yeah, well, the reason that like the example that Lindsay gave would be one of the reasons I wouldn't even look an author's way. We are basically your bread and butter. So if you don't respect what we think and what we feel, then what's the point? Why are you putting it out there? If you're not ready to take the critique, if you're not ready to hear what we have to say, then keep your damn books to yourself. That's it. That's how it goes.
I'm very sorry.
Yeah. And then another thing, yeah, the same thing Marissa said. I hate that, and not only that, like they have a book, they're promoting the book, and people are like, okay, excited or whatever, but they don't take the time to know their audience. Basically, they don't take the time to, show that they're human. Basically all they care about is about making money and buy my book. Not about why do you like my book, or what will make it more interesting to you. Like, you get it? Like I can't deal with authors like that. Like, if you're not personable, then no, ew. Marissa's frozen, I think.
Oh,
Yep.
she's gone. Hi, Marissa.
Yeah.
Carlin, your turn.
And how about you?
It's it's similar, yeah. Like for me, when I learned that Cassandra Clare and Holly Black were friends, I refused to read Holly Black stuff for the longest time. And like, there was no reason for me to hate Cassandra Clare whatsoever. I just didn't want to read any of her books.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I have all of them, so I don't understand why I don't want to read them. So like, I'm just like. But I agree with all of you. Like, I'm not a big fan of people bashing other people. Like, you can have your own opinions about things, but like, don't drag the people that enjoy it down. I am not a fan of Twilight. I can say that just fine, but I'm not gonna, put you down if you like it. Like, it's fine if you like it. I have my own opinions about it. It's fine. Like. But
Emily, you're so silly.
I think,
Stop it.
It's funny because like I had a bad experience with Anne Brashares, the author that wrote The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants.
Oh.
She went to visit. She when I met her, she was very offhand with the people that were there to see her. Like she she didn't seem very interested in like communicating with the people that were reading her books and stuff. Like she was just there to like sign a couple of books and get out. Or
Yeah.
it might have been that she was tired. It might have been that she was just so swamped with the like the tour or whatever. Like it was her last book for the
Yeah.
sisterhood, and I'm like, it could have been that. It was like left such a bad taste in my mouth. Like
Yeah.
this lady is
Big
being so
letdown.
mean right now when we're taking time out of our schedule just because we like her so much.
Mm-hmm.
Like I totally agree with everybody with what you said.
Yeah.
Amen.
If you're gonna show up to these things, you need to show up. You can't
Yeah.
just. These are the people who put the money in your pocket. Have a little bit of something.
Lenny, and I was doing this and this, but I'm just playing around.
No, I understand completely. I understand that some people love it and some people just don't like it. Like I remember the first time I read Twilight because I had to review it, and I'm like, wait, so does she die? Like I was so excited. I was waiting for her to like get turned, and like I read all 4 books. I think I only saw 2 of the movies, but like I read all 4 books, and I'm like, I was so upset that it took them that long for them to turn to Bella, and I was like, I've always been upset about it. So it's not my favorite book in the world, but like I'm not gonna put you down because you like it.
You tell him, Kaleni. All right, let's
It's
see.
probably just because I like Alice and Jasper better, but whatever.
I know they should have their own book. They're so cute. I love them. Jasper is so cute. His smile just melts you. He's adorable. By the way, Lindsay loves Jasper. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you
Southern
just made a
Beauty.
fan out of Lindsay because she loves some Jasper. All right, let's see. I'm gonna see if we have any questions on the on YouTube or the other stuff. Okay. The 13th, Thursday. You're so silly. I don't. Let me see. Let me check Instagram.
Still gonna look at the this, right?
Yeah, tomorrow.
I've got nothing. No notifications of any sort.
Yeah. I got
I
one, but it was just that they liked my picture. I think Stu changed her mind.
Well, she did have to eat
Yeah, but she said she was gonna eat quick.
22 minutes ago. Yeah.
Dude, I eat in 15.
While
eat
on
super
screen.
fast.
While on screen and trying to be discreet about it with my hand. uh, oh, see, she likes Jasper. It's only Bella and Edward she doesn't like.
See,
To each
that's
her
the
own.
thing. I have
It's
to agree
only the
with
main
that. I'm not a
character.
big fan of Edward or Bella, so I love Jasper and Alice. I can deal with Rosalie and Emmett, but like Jasper and Alice are my couple. Like I love them.
I love Emmett though. Like Emmett is so cute. He's so
Emmett is
adorable.
it's great.
He's like a big teddy bear.
Yes, he is.
He is so cute. I can't do him. He's adorable.
It's the nice thing about us book nerds. We can love what we love, and sometimes we overlap, and sometimes we don't. It doesn't, like, I really do not expect everyone to love something as much as I do, because then it would be boring. And I'd have to, like,
Yeah.
fight people for stuff. So, no, I don't have to.
True. That is very true. See, it's only me and you, and I'm willing to share. So
We're good at sharing.
yeah,
So, like,
we're good at.
I have to let you guys go. Or I have to walk away.
No.
I have to say good night.
I
Farewell.
Good night.
So I'm sure I will see you guys later. Are we gonna do 2 more weeks? We'll do the end of August to do Blood Rose.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll just do this like every 2 weeks. Whenever we're done, we're ready to put the reviews out for the book.
Yep.
Yes, can.
Sounds good to me.
From what I've read of Blood Rose so far, I really like it.
Ooh.
Still first person, but I can deal with it. I actually like the format of the book. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
Oh, that's
I
good
look
to know.
forward to it then.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right, ladies, have a wonderful night, and I will catch you later.
Good night.
Good night.
And then there were two.
Yes, only two.
Do I look okay on your screen, or do I look like crazy? Like my connection, is it bad?
No, it's okay.
All
I
right.
was gonna ask if my connection's okay because everybody's using the internet right now. So
No, yeah, you're fine. You're not freezing or like looking all weird. That's what I was wondering. I'm like, oh, is my connection okay? Because I know my son is playing Xbox Live, and my daughter's probably using it too. So
my brother's playing the one of those games. I don't know. It's in the internet and he has a control. That's all I know.
I like how specific you are.
No, the thing is though, my siblings, they have like all the systems, so I don't know which one they're playing at any moment. But it's probably the PS4 or like the Xbox something. If it has internet, that's all I know.
Yeah, here I know it's the Xbox One because that's the only one that's in that room and I can see him. But if he were in here, it will be the Wii, and if he were in the living room, it will be the Xbox 360. So that's how I know. It depends on what room they're in. I think, let me see. I don't know if Angela asked you all the questions, so I'm gonna look through them and see, and then see if you haven't answered any of them. Let me see, señorita. Oh, did you answer the one that about how do you prefer your male protagonists? Good boy, good heart, and romantic, or bad boy, not romantic, but his heart belongs to his girl only, or something else?
I prefer the good guys, but not too good, because if they're too good, they're not realistic to me at all. Like, I'm gonna say something. I've been reading the Lunar Chronicles, and I don't particularly like Prince Kai. He's way too good to be true, and my friend hates me for it because she likes Prince Kai, and she's right here next to me telling me you're talking about Prince Kai.
Well,
like,
friend, you gotta deal with it.
They have to be a little bad, I guess, or like have a little bad boy in them.
I think,
like
yeah, go.
like I like that Eric from Talented. He was even though he was a bit of a womanizer, I suppose the word I'm looking for, that's PC. He was a womanizer, but at the end he's still with the girl, right? Like, he's with who I wanted him to be with, but like, it's like he's bad boy enough, but he's also good. So I'm guessing I would be bad boy, but in the end gets with the girl.
Yeah. I think we all agree in that sense. We all said they have to be enough uh good, like a bad boy, but with like a soft side that we could see, and maybe not other people could see, but we could see it, and
Yeah.
and we know that there's good in them. So yeah, we all could agree that a little bad never hurt anyone. And let me see, what was the other? You answered that one. You answered that one too. Yeah, you answered all of them now. All right, let me see if there's any other questions. I wonder if Crystal's gonna get on. She said she was, but I don't know. So yeah, and it's so weird. Marissa didn't come back. Probably her computer is acting up again,
Like it was last time.
dude. That was serious business last time. I was like, ay, ay, ay. All right. So yeah, no questions so far. Lindsay, do you have any questions? Throw them out here.
Do any of you
What
have
do you,
any
what
questions?
was your who was your favorite character from the book?
Um, Eric and Penny. I absolutely loved Penny
Yeah.
and Eric, and
Yeah.
and
I
Henry.
I
Henry was okay.
yeah, I really liked Eric, but I really liked Penny. At first I was just like, take a chill pill, girl. You too
Yeah,
excited.
she needs to
But
like calm that
she needs a
excitement
Xanax,
down a
right?
little. But she's so great.
She needs a Xanax. That's what happened. She needs like to mellow it down a little. But
Yes.
like at the beginning, I felt like that, and then I was like, oh my gosh, she's so cute. Like I love
Yeah.
it. And Eric, I was just like, ooh,
He's the bad boy, cute boy. Yeah.
yeah.
I,
But I found out something from Marissa that happens, which now I have to read the second book because I'm just like, I don't believe it. It can't be that. No. Mm-mm. But it was something with Penny, and I was just, I refuse to believe it.
but it's
Dude,
Penny.
yeah, she said something about Penny. She told me. She gave me a little like something, and
I love
I
previews, and for some odd reason, I decided to read the second book before I was finished with the first, and I'm like, no, and I'm like, oh, who is it? What's going on? I'm like, so yeah. By the way,
yeah,
I
she told
hated
me.
Donovan since the beginning, so I wasn't very surprised at what happened.
Dude, I kind of like wait a minute. Lindsay, you could send all 10 and they'll be so welcome because we need to, move it along. So if you send us questions, we will definitely answer them and not blink twice. Well, we will blink because then our eyes will get dry, it's like all right.
Yeah,
So I kind of like figured somewhat that he was up to no good when he was like all hell bent on like Talia was doing something with Eric. So it
yeah,
was kind of like he was like mirroring the way he I guess his guilt onto her, and I
yeah.
was like, but I didn't. I was a little bit shocked though, even though I kind of like smelled it, like I kind of like imagined it was gonna go that way. I still was like, what? This a-hole. Ugh.
Right, right.
Ugh.
I'm like, the thing is though, the minute she got back from the mission and went straight to it, I'm like, you know, something sketchy is going on right here. Something's gonna going on, and like, I knew it. I knew it.
Yep.
He was a D-bag from the beginning.
Yep. And then not because he was too nice. If you really think about
Yep.
it, it's
Yep.
it's true what you say. It's not realistic. So when a guy's too nice, you have to kind of worry to like a little. It's
Yeah.
you don't know. And then not only that, I
He was
freaking
way too
adore.
understanding.
Yeah, I loved her reaction though. I
That was
that
a
was
great
pretty cool.
reaction.
Yes. I would have bashed him a little more than she
Same.
did. Yeah. But I was like, yes, if you're gonna go any other way, it's not gonna be with tears and disbelief. It will be like, I'ma kick your sorry behind for doing this to me. And I love that she did that. She was so badass when she did that. And we
Yeah.
have a question from Lindsay. She says, do you like cliffhangers and why?
I enjoy cliffhangers as long as I have the next book or the next chapter next, like real close. I am not a fan of cliffhangers if I have to wait years and months for the next installment of anything. It's why I've taken so long to read and like anything from the Lunar Chronicles or the Throne of Glass series. Like Hey, Crystal.
Hey! Sorry it's so late.
It's okay. We're just answering questions now. Um, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Carleni.
Like, as long as I have the next installment of anything with that has a cliffhanger, I am happy enough with the cliffhanger. And also because I love spoilers, I love listening to other people that have already read ahead or watched ahead for anything, because then they can just tell me.
Okay. I don't like spoilers. I don't. Unless well, like right now, Marissa told me a spoiler and I said yes, I wanted to know, but it's because I know I'm not gonna read the book anytime soon. So
Yeah.
I want to read it now that I know the spoiler, but if I'm not gonna read the book right away, I don't mind the spoiler because it kind of like in the back of my mind, I know, oh, this is gonna happen. I must read the book, but it's not gonna be right now. So it's something that makes me look forward to it.
Yeah.
But otherwise, if I'm gonna read the book, like let's suppose with the Hunger Games, if I were reading the first book and someone said something about the second book, and I was about to read the second book, I would have decked you with the book. I would have hurt you. But spoilers I welcome sometimes, but cliffhangers, yeah, cliffhangers I like. Even if the book is not coming out right away, I don't mind. I actually like it. I like the anticipation. I like just having those feelings of like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? I wanna know. And it's not gonna happen now, but when it does, it's gonna be epic. So those kinds of feelings I love having. I adore having those feelings. So yeah, cliffhangers are so welcome, and yes, I love them. How about you, Crystal? Do you love cliffhangers, and why?
I do and I don't. I get when I initially hit the cliffhanger, there's that no, you can't do that to me feeling. And I guess like the biggest one that I can think of is like the Dangerous Creature book, the spin-off series for Beautiful Creatures. I felt that way with the cliffhanger there, and the initial feeling is instant rage that is uncontrollable. Usually results in several hours of uncontrolled screaming that scares my family. But later I start to appreciate the cliffhanger because I need that other book, and I can appreciate it from a publishing standpoint because now I'm definitely getting that book. But I can also appreciate it from the story was so good that it made me feel that rage. For that one moment, I was so into it that now I'm so emotionally invested that I get upset when it ends. So I love
Yeah,
that feeling, but I hate that feeling. Now,
yeah.
spoilers, I can't stand. I tend to hit people with whatever is in my hands when they sit there and go, "Oh, I read that book, and this happened, and I haven't gotten that point," and I'm like, "What? You jerk!"
Everybody
And again,
around me hates spoilers. I'm the only
Yeah.
one that enjoys it.
I don't I like I said, if it's something I'm gonna read right now and you say something about it, you might find yourself in the ER. If it's something like the second book to ay Dios mío, Talent, then I'm fine because uh I know I'm not gonna read it right now, so I'm probably gonna forget, but not really. But I'm gonna be looking forward to it. So yeah. And Lindsay's laughing. She said, laughing my ass off at instant rage and screaming. Yeah, I had one of those moments. I was reading what was it? Wait, it was ay, Dios mío, they had the movie for this book. I always forget the name. I think it was Angels and I no, The Lost Symbol, I think. Wait, no, the one before that one. Anyway,
And
it was
Demon,
one of those books with the movie that Tom Hanks is ain't uh
the Da Vinci Code and stuff.
yeah, the second book. The second book I read it and I had one of those no 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 moments. Like I was like literally screaming. I didn't want to look at the page. I was like this was me. I was holding the book and I'm just like no 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 no. like shaking the book, trying to get the words off of it because I was freaking the hell out. I was like, this can't happen. This can't happen. Please, no, 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 please, no. I just begged the book. I screamed at the book. I closed the book. I opened the book. I shook the book. I went over this book because it was just like in my head, I could not process what was happening. That book was like intense. So yeah, I had the moment. It's pretty cool. I love when you get like those intense feelings from books though. It's like that's what we
Yeah.
read. We wanna get that reaction, that awesome, like, what the hell are you thinking?
Yeah. It's way more fun than like a book that comes to a perfect close and then has a second book, because I feel like at the point of the second book, you have to undo all the things that have been completed in the first book. And then I get frustrated because I'm like, didn't we already play this game once?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I'm telling you, I so recommend you reading those books because if you're one of those that gets like super invested, oh my God, you will just be texting me like, "What have you done to me, woman?"
You would be the
It
first
was,
person.
huh?
I tried to read the Da Vinci Code in high school and I couldn't do it. So maybe I'll give it another try.
I didn't read the Da Vinci Code. I read the second one. I think it's Angels and Demons. I think. I
Yeah,
am not
Angels
sure
and
if that's
Demons.
the name. Yeah, I read that one, and that was the one that I was like, I didn't see the movie. I read the book. I am trying to figure out because for some reason I have the name, the lost symbol in my head. So it was maybe
That's
the lost
another one.
symbol.
That's another one in the series as well.
So see, I don't know which one it was. I'm gonna ask because it was recommended to me by a friend. So I'm pretty sure because I was texting her all throughout the reading, and I was just like, why? Why did you tell me to read this? I don't want to know what happens. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. And like the whole time I have the book, but I don't want to open my eyes because I didn't want to know. It was,
Yeah.
why? I didn't want to know, but it was so good because I was at a frenzy. Like I was just like, ah, petrified. But I needed to know, but I didn't want to know.
I
All right,
felt that
so
way. Oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say I felt that way kind of for like The Fault in Our Stars and things like, and where she went, no, um the first one. Oh crap! If I hadn't had to think of it, I would know it.
If I say no,
If I say, yeah, I wasn't gonna read either of those, but my friend insisted. So at 4 a.m, I'm texting her going, "What have you freaking done to me? What have you done? This is all your fault."
Bad friend.
I felt like that when I made my friends read The Fall in Our Stars.
It's such a devastating book, but it's so beautiful. I want to make everyone read it, but then I'm like, they're gonna text me the same way I texted my friend.
Oh my God, that's exactly what I said to Angela. She hasn't read this book. She refuses to read any book that she knows is gonna make her cry. And I'm like a total fan of Nicholas Sparks, right? She hasn't read The Fault in Our Stars, and she refuses to because she doesn't want to cry, right? So I tell her that the book is so beautiful that yes, you're gonna like ugly cry, snot, and like the whole 9 yards. But
Yes.
the story is so perfect, and they are so perfect together, and like they fight, and it's just everything is so beautiful in that book that yes, you get to the point that you're like, why? But at the same time, you just think back and you're like, oh, like it was so beautiful. So she doesn't want to read it though.
She should. I love the snot crying books. Like
Yes.
I feel like if a book has made me cry, it has been well written enough that I am in love with these characters, and I'm a part of that world. And those books that just elicit that amazing adrenaline rush from all the different emotions, I feel it's better than real life sometimes. And I don't know if that's a bad thing or a good one.
No, I feel like that's a great thing. Like we all agree that we all read to escape reality. We all read to get out of here and into another world. It's like the world is so freaking ugly. We need something to get away from the ugly, you know? So that's what books do. We can all agree that that's what books do. So, yeah. All right. She has another question. She says, how many books do you think is sufficient in a series? Is there a number? When is enough enough? Or do you not mind a long or short series? Can I go first?
Go ahead.
I am one of those fans that if the story is great, you stop writing and I will find where you live and murder you. Because there's no point to you anymore. If your story is amazing, you keep writing, woman. Keep writing until your fingers fall off. Then you start writing with your mouth. Literally, that's how it goes. I am one of those. If it sucks, cut while you're ahead. If your book, like, it's good, like the first two are good, and you want to close it with a third, fine by me. But if it sucks and you prolong it for more than 3 books, I will hunt you down and murder you too.
Lots of murder.
I am a very, very like vicious person when I want to be, and when it comes to my books, damn it, I will murder you. So
And this is why we love you.
I would definitely go violent on your ass if your book sucks and you make me read more than 3 of them. And if it doesn't suck and you cut it short, I might have to take your life.
See, I just feel like with me, if the series hasn't finished, like there's loose ends, but they're not like bad loose ends, they should continue. Like if it's stupid loose ends that I feel should have been wrapped up in the first book, then I'm like, why didn't you do that? But if it's a book, like I mentioned earlier, where everything has come to a perfect close, don't write the second one. Don't undo what we have all come to enjoy as the ending.
Yeah.
For no reason.
Yeah.
The Evermore series is that way. I feel like the first book came to a perfect conclusion, and the only way it continued was just to unravel everything, including to destroy the main character in a way that I didn't think was
Oh, you're frozen.
natural to anybody. I feel like that's your and yet there's the House of Night series. It's like, how many books is that? I'm looking at it now. I think it's like 12 books
12
or so.
books, yeah.
Probably somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And like that series, I felt continued beautifully. It's a huge long series and it was quite the investment, but it was done so well that I was so sad when they ended it.
I know. All right, Carlani.
I don't know. For me, it's kind of weird because I can continue reading a series without complaint if I really enjoy it. But sometimes there are some series that you just want, like, oh my God, when is it gonna end? Even though you love it. I remember I absolutely loved all the Goosebumps books and all the Fear Street books and all that stuff. Like, I could continue reading that until I like die of old age. But then there's like some books that are like, you know what? This should have been already dealt with like the previous book. Like, why did you need another book just to deal with this one thing that could have been simply solved? But I haven't had any of that in a while. Like, I haven't read a series where, it had gone too far. Because I'm happy enough that nowadays the series are only 3 to 5 books that I've read. Are only 3 to 5 books or so. But my I think my limit for a series would be 10 books. Like, if you haven't said everything you needed to say, or like in 10 books, I'm like, I don't have to put you down.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So we could all agree. If it sucks, stop it. If it's good, keep it going. Carleni, what is up with your face? Look at her face. The way she froze.
My friend threw some So our post office for the last week, like I said, I wasn't able to mail you guys anything, because there has been a spread of Legionnaires all over the Bronx, and one of them was at the Lincoln Hospital and the post office. So that's why it's been closed. And I just learned that, I had some suspicion that that's the reason why it was closed. But my friend just told me, she just showed me her phone that showed the list of places that had Legionnaires. So that's the reason why I haven't mailed anything to you guys, because the post office has Legionnaires and I can't mail anything at the moment.
Yeah, that's a scary thought that someplace you know and have been to is now contaminated, and probably has been for a while.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
It has what?
Legionnaire's disease.
What the hell is that?
It's this like fungus that that lives in like air vents and air conditioners and stuff like that. It's basically pneumonia. But it affects people with asthma. Like, it affects people really badly with asthma that smoke, older people, babies. You don't have to worry.
Okay.
So like, if you're a bit older, like, the thing is, it's easily dealt with, but if you have bad lungs, it's not, it could lead to death. Like, it's not like, you can't get it from another person, but you can get it from the, just being inside the post office, breathing the same air.
Okay, so it kind of has like spores or something in the air.
Yeah, it's a bit like spores.
Okay. All right. Okay, I think she posted another
one?
question. I always read the last page of the book.
That's right.
Oh, okay. Lindsay said, I always read the last page of the book first. I know, I shouldn't. Do any of you, like, basically, do any of us do it?
No, I do not.
Me neither. I can't. I like spoilers, but not that much. Like, I enjoy spoilers, but not enough to spoil my.
I think the reason why I don't is because I've noticed that it never tells me anything that I need to know. So I'm like, for the whole The Fault in Our Stars, when it says, okay, Augustus, you're like, oh yes, he's gonna live. Okay. I mean, I'm like, no, he's not. So, like, I already knew it was gonna happen. So, like, my sister says I'm a huge spoiler. I'm sorry. So, like, I don't read it because it doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah. See,
the last page.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Crystal.
I was gonna say I can kind of see where Lindsay's from, because if I get to an intense part within the book, like, I've already started reading it, and I know if I don't find out soon, I'm gonna have another fit of rage, because apparently that happens frequently, I'm finding out in this one webcast. If I feel like I'm about to have a fit of rage that might interrupt my reading cycle, I quickly flip ahead just to make sure. Like, if I think a character might be dead, but I can't accept it, I'll flip ahead to see if there's, like, a speech section where they say something, which tells me they're still there. But I typically don't go to the very last page, because endings are, like, super special to me, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah. Okay, she's, like, definitely, like, enjoying what we're saying. She's, like, laughing my ass off, and then she said, I will hang my head in shame, laughing out loud. Shame on you, Lindsay. You do not read the end. Hey, you're an author. You could do whatever you want. We don't care. It's okay. We love you anyways.
My friend doesn't understand why you would read the end first.
No. I said I'm always kind of tempted to do it.
But she's very tempted to do it.
I'm like, no, stop.
Yeah,
she's very tempted to read.
I'm a curious person, so I don't know. No, he probably has it in the car, Papi. I don't know, like, how I haven't done it, because I am a curious human being. I'm like a freaking cat. But I don't know. I think it's that. If I'm gonna read it, what's the point of messing it up for myself? Like, why would I want to know anything ahead of time? Let me build up to it and then kind of just be like, oh, okay, so this is where it's going. Then just to go to the end and be like, wait, but why?
Mhm.
Okay, I'm having a situation here. I'm gonna mute it for a second. Give me 1 second, guys.
Okie dokie.
I need to go. No, that was when I was like in camp.
But why?
Just so I could know. I don't know.
Like, the last sentence doesn't tell you anything.
I was a weird
The
child.
last sentence, not even the last page.
No, like the last sentence.
Yes, the last sentence. I think I used to do it too. But like it didn't do anything for me, so I just, didn't stop doing it.
Wow. I was a weird child. But then, most of the time, I never ended up finishing the book anyways.
So what's up, Crystal?
Well, currently I'm trying to figure out where I put something, but otherwise, not much. Lots of work. You?
Well, I was supposed to be in bed like 3 hours ago because I had to wake up at 5 a.m. to take my sister to the airport.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's cool. I don't really get much sleep anyway, so like as soon as I come back from the airport, I'm probably just gonna go to sleep and then go
Yeah.
shopping or something.
All right, I'm back.
Yay!
Okay, she says I only do it to see if the love interests end up together or not. Oh, yeah.
No, that's
If
a
it's
big
a romance,
no-no.
we do.
What if they don't?
I
Then you're gonna be
know.
like in pins and needles the entire time when they're together, and then they don't end up to be together at the end.
True. That is true. But I could see why. Like,
If
I
it's
would
a
want.
romance, they do.
Huh? Oh, she
Huh?
froze.
Me?
What did you say?
Oh, we lost. Did we lose her?
No, Krista, what did you say?
No.
Oh, I said if it's a romance, they do. Like if there's romance within the book, 99.99998% of the time they end up together.
Well,
is
then
true.
you haven't read Nicholas Sparks. That
Oh
bastard
yes, I have, and it's sad and it's heartbreaking, and I have. Let's see. Oh, I have pickles in front of them. I have several there.
pickles.
I have read his books.
You have pickles in front of Nicholas Sparks.
I came because I'm working such weird hours. If it's in my hands when I come home, it just ends up at the nearest spot, and apparently the pickles just ended up there. I don't know.
Ay, ay, ay. I
TV
never
dancing.
put pickles in front of my books, but let me see what is the weirdest thing I put in front of my books. I probably put yogurt and forgot.
Oh, yeah.
That's not such a great thing, but I think I left yogurt once. It was not
See,
great.
the best thing that happens to my books is my cat has determined she wants to sit in the place that my books sit. So I'll come home and like she'll have cleared a whole shelf and just be laying there looking at me like this is my space. Don't fill my space.
What? Oh my God. Yeah, cats can be a-holes. Like,
Oh
I
yeah.
have no. Cats are cute, but they are little a-holes. They swear they own the place.
Oh yeah, she does. She's
Oh, he's so
mad.
beautiful.
Oh, look.
Aw, he's
It's easy to move
beautiful.
around because I'm on my phone. So here's my kitty.
Wow,
Mrs.
what's his
Magic.
name?
Her name's Magic because she pulls magic tricks like disappearing and reappearing and clearing
He looks like
bookshelves.
Aria.
Oh, so cute. All right, I have another question, I think, oh no, a comment, probably. All right, it says, if they don't, I won't read it. I bought the first book of Caroline Crane's series. There was a cliffhanger, and the characters I loved were at war. I bought the last 2 books to see if they got together so I could carry on reading. I could see you doing that too. I don't know. I sometimes like I think that's why I like Nicholas Sparks, because you never know what you're gonna get. There's a 90% no, there's like a 70% chance they're gonna end up together. There's like a 20% chance someone's gonna die, and a
Yeah.
10% chance that you'll love it. No, I'm playing.
More
It's
than
more than a
20%.
10%.
I think it's more than 20% someone's gonna die. I think it's 20%
more than
that everyone
20%
lives.
too.
Yeah, he usually breaks your heart in the worst ways ever,
Yeah.
ever.
Forget the Chargers.
But I love him, so I don't care.
Like, my favorite by him is Knights in Rodonthia, or Rodonthi, or...
I haven't read that book. That's I think that one, and
Tell my it's too late for this.
there's two books by him that I haven't read, but I really, really like The Wedding. It's like the sequel to The Notebook.
Oh, okay, I haven't read that one. I've read The Notebook,
I
though.
love that book. I love the book. I didn't read The Notebook because I watched the movie, so I just decided to go straight ahead. Yeah, I decided to go straight ahead and read The Wedding, and I was not disappointed. It was really, really, really pretty. Like, that story was just like, aww. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. I recently just finished The Longest Ride. Well, I guess it wasn't recent now. I guess it was January. God, it's already August.
I just watched The Longest Ride, and they stuck really close to the book.
Oh, good. Good. I want to see it. I have to get a hold of it.
They stuck really close to the book. I really, really liked it, and I like how they look together. Because I really like her, and he is a cutie, man. He is. Man.
What's the name of the Nicholas Sparks? Yo, what's the name of the Nicholas Sparks movie I like? With the turtles?
The last song.
Thank you. Okay, so I think so. The only Nicholas Sparks movie I like is The Last Song. I don't like The Notebook. My brother loves it. I hate it. It's the only one I like.
I love the love song. The last song. I love The Notebook. I love The Longest Ride. I love The Best of Me. I love them because they stuck close to the books, and I think it's because Nicholas Sparks has something to do with the movies, so they kind of like kept it close to the book. And I liked all the movies, but of course I enjoy the books the best. They are fantastic. He is just, he's amazing. And The Best of Me tore a chunk out of my heart, and I thought The Longest Ride was gonna do the same. I was so glad when they didn't, because I don't think after The Best of Me, I don't think I would have been able to deal with The Longest Ride. Like, another heartbreak would have just like literally killed me. It would have been awful.
See, for me, like, funny story was I had never really been into, like, the Nicholas Sparks genre or even the books and stuff, and my sister was watching The Notebook, and I came down and I watched it from the beginning with her, but being that I really didn't want to, I was kind of being sarcastic and making, like, kind of snarky jokes about it throughout it. Well, halfway through, I got sucked into it so hard that my sister looks over, and I'm surrounded by crumpled tissues, sobbing hysterically.
Oh.
And she's like, "How did you go from snark to hot mess in that short time?" I'm like, shut up! No! I wasn't even coherent at that point, and then I became in love, and I became such a fan. But I have to keep a box of tissues because goodness knows there's a good chance.
Have you read the book The Death and Life of Charlie St. Cloud?
No, but I have heard that is also heartbreakingly yeah.
I read it. Like one day. It was my birthday, like 2-3 years ago. I read it by myself. I was alone in the house, and like literally, I was crying, like ugly, not crying. It was just on some. I was hysterical. I could not hold it in. It was like, but it was, the whole book was amazing. And then he gets to like this decision at the end, and you're just like, oh my God, no matter how you choose, you lose, and it's gonna be heartbreaking, and you're just gonna like sob either way. So he chose what I thought he was gonna choose, but in the end, it still hurt a lot, and I was just in tears. I was but then, like, it made it worse because something like cute happened after the hurt, and it just made me sob even worse because I was so happy. So I was like, out of sadness, and then like out of happiness. So yeah, it was a good book.
I have a question for everybody. Have you guys ever been in public and read one of those heartbreaking books, and you get to that moment, and just like, if you do, what do you do? Do you like stop reading and wait till you're alone, or do you just let it happen? And if you do just let it happen, like, what's the worst / funniest of that happening?
I mistakenly was reading I should have done that in public, Nicholas Sparks book, and I have to, like, if a book comes out by him, I have to read it no matter how hard I take it. If I'm gonna cry, let's just get it over with, and keep going with our head held high, even if it's with tape. Like, his books do that. But I was sitting, and the good thing is that I was sitting in like this little nook, and like it was like a little spot that it was surrounded by like where the magazines are, and there were like two like like chairs, like comfortable chairs with a table in the middle, but it was just me in one of the chairs. And I I was sitting there, and I'm like, it kind of like, I'm trying my damn hardest not to like let it out. And my throat is burning and my eyes are stinging, but I'm like, no, you're in public. You will not cry. You will not cry. But if you know anything of Nicholas Sparks, you will cry, and you will cry hard. So I cried, and I had to go in the bathroom and pretend I was having allergies because my eyes were like so swollen and red, and I couldn't stop crying. So I couldn't stay in the bathroom for that long because people were gonna think I was doing a number two, and I couldn't stop crying. So I had to leave the bathroom still crying, but making it seem like, oh my God, I think like there's dust and stuff because my eyes. So that's basically what happened.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think I've ever been in public when I've read a sad scene. I think I've always been at home.
Yeah, that's the best place.
So,
It's safer that way.
yeah, definitely.
I made the mistake of reading Hunger Games in class, and we all know when if anyone has not read Hunger Games, plug your ears. When Rue dies, I got to that moment, and I was in my history class. It's 11th grade history. I'm sitting not the first row, but the second seat back, and I'm in front of the teacher's desk, and there's no one who sits in front of me. And I'm just sobbing hysterically, and the teacher runs over. She's like, "Oh my God, what's going on?" And I was like, and pointing at the book, and she couldn't understand what was going on. She was about to call public safety on me, which was like the school security, because she thought I was like having a nervous breakdown. And luckily, a girl nearby looked and saw what I was pointing at, and she goes, "Rue died, huh?" And I was like, and she just goes, "Yeah, she'll be okay, kind of. Her heart's broken. Just ignore her." I was like, and I spent the rest of class just.
Oh my God, you made me laugh. I cried now because I laughed so hard. That was so funny.
I couldn't even tell her why I was crying. I was crying so hard. And my teacher was so scared that something had happened, because like, she let me read in class, but then here I am not handling. She didn't know what to do.
Oh my God, I think she would have rather you were like I don't know, smoking pot in her classroom.
At that
Just
point,
having
yeah.
a freaking heart attack over here because of a character. Oh my god. I remember, you know that I had I was watching oh my god, you made me cry laughing. I was laughing I was watching, not laughing. I was watching what was it? Game of Thrones. And when the red wedding happened, I don't know if you ever seen. Yeah, okay. So I my friend warned me. She said cuz I was like invested and I'm like, "Oh my god, this show. Oh my god. Oh my god." And it was when not this season that started now, the season before. That's when I started watching. So I kind of like marathon everything on in Netflix, and then I watched when it started. I started watching last season. So she's like, "Oh my God, Emily, what episode are you up to? Wait until you get to the red wedding and this and that." And oh my God, I had my hubby sitting next to me, and literally I screamed so hard he jumped off the bed. I was just like, no, 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 no! Like literally, like if I was watching someone I loved really be well, which I did. It's being killed, and I was just like devastated. And he's like, "Are you freaking crazy?" I learned never to watch anything that I know I'm gonna have a reaction like that to, because I know he'll just be like, "That's it, no more TV for you." He like jumped. He was like a cat. He like jumped off the
Falling.
bed. Like, what the hell just happened, woman? So that's how bad of a reaction I had. I just screamed, like everything's quiet, and I'm just like this, like literally like this. And then it happens, and I'm like, no! And he's just like, what the hell? It was amazing. I loved it. So yeah, those reactions are like epic. It's like so much fun to have them. Not for the people around us, but for us.
Yes.
Is there any book you have hated, like totally hated? I said which book I hated before. Like, have you hated a book to the point that you're just like, oh,
100.
1 second, I'm pulling them out.
That's not what Nano used to do. You're supposed to give him the money for a game. He has to pay it after.
remind me, I'm just eating.
Okay. Have I hated a book? Yeah, I've hated a lot of books. I mean, like,
Really? You've hated those?
no, I hated. I said I hated a lot. Wait, hold on a second. I can't see.
You hate
What did you put in front of me?
the Evermore.
Oh, I see. I like the covers.
The covers are great. The first book was pretty good, and then the rest, oh man. Continue.
I don't. I think I don't know what I've hated lately.
I said, do you want to hear
I mean,
which
I know
one?
I've hated books. I just can't think of anything off the top of my head. Probably because I delete them the minute. No.
Well, I said which one I hated, and Lindsay's with me on that one. I flipping hate 50 Shades of Grey. Well, Lindsay calls it 50 Shades of Shit, which is like, yes, it's crap. This,
Accurate.
oh, I hate that damn book.
I can't say that I hate 50 Shades because I've never read it and probably
no, I
never
hated
will.
it.
But
I
I
read
completely agree with all the reasons why people should hate it.
Yeah, no,
So I guess
I read two, like, no, what, a chapter, and maybe, was it like a chapter and a half, and it was because I don't like quitting when I'm reading a book. But the whole time I'm just like, ugh, cringing, and like, I'm in pain, physical pain, reading this damn thing. And it got to that part where he pulls something out of her, and I was just like, I'm done. I can't do this. This is gross. This is not sexy. I could read sexy. This is not sexy. This is disgusting. And let's not even start with how she writes, because she's like a 15-year-old in heat. Like, ugh.
I know better fanfiction writers, okay?
Dude.
I feel like I'm gonna get yelled at really bad for this, but I actually enjoyed them. Like, I felt the writing was awful, especially since I felt like the main character was given multiple personality disorder, because she's like, and then my self-righteous side was that, and my inner goddess was doing this over on the couch, and I was like, actually, they're not. But you're making it sound like they are. So, like, I had a lot of issues with the writing, but overall, I enjoyed the plot, and I feel like I'm about to die.
My brother read 2 of them, so I don't know. I will never read them.
My sister read all 3, and that's the reason why because I trust my sister. So she said, and you know, she's not an avid reader like me. Like she doesn't read as much as I read, but she reads, and you know, you'll catch her every now and then with a book in her hand, and that she couldn't stop talking about it. She was just like, "You have to read it, Emily. You have to read it. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!" And I just got tired of hearing it, so I decided, all right, okay, I'll just read the damn book. So I got the damn book. Well, from her. I wasn't going to pay for it. You want me to read it? You lend me your damn copy. I'll decide if I want a copy of my own after I read it. So I started reading her book, and I was just like, why? Why? And then when he, since you read it, Crystal, when he pulled that thing out of her, that was it. That was it. I'm sorry. Nope.
I think it's because I'm not easily disturbed.
No, I am not either. It was just that there's some things that you don't do. You don't do that. You don't. Like, I don't care how much in heat you are. You keep it in your pants. Keep it in your pants. First of all. Second of all, ew. Oh.
Are you talking about the tampon?
Yeah, she is.
I didn't want to say tampon, but yes, ew. I didn't.
I heard about it. So
Till this day, I can't understand why. Why would any woman
how that's considered
that
sexy?
happen? That's not sexy. You know what? When I have that, I am the least sexy. I am not sexy at all. You know what? As a matter of fact, I'm not even a woman. Don't look at me. So, for him to do that...
Just turn around. Wait.
I feel completely opposite.
No, and the thing is that I was like I was already hating him because, I don't know, I just instantly hated him. So... he does that, and I was like, really, dude? Really? You're just gonna fuck up the whole shit. Like, really fuck it up. And excuse my language, but that's exactly what he did. And I was just like, no. And then she's so stupid. Like, she's just like a fucking puppy. Like, no. Oh, my God, I can't. It gives me a fucking headache. I can't.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, the books had their issues, but I read them pretty quickly because I was enjoying them. Like I said, I had a lot of issues with them, but...
It's okay, I still love you, don't worry.
So I'm not crucified, that's good. I was scared as you were going off, I was like, I should leave now.
If Lindsay could love me, even though I love Twilight, I could love you because you love 50 Shades, it's okay.
I love Twilight. I love Twilight so much.
Okay, Lindsay said she would rather piss glass than read those books all the way through.
Very good, Lindsay. I agree.
Holy shit.
I'm outnumbered.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Crystal, you might want to find like a plastic, not a plastic, no, not plastic bag. Paper bag.
Oh my God! Now you want me dead! Oh no!
The
truth comes out! The truth comes out! Your Freudian slip! Oh no! My cat is giving me the weirdest look. She's like, what in the world is wrong with you?
I'm like, I'm the devil. That is hilarious. I really meant a paper bag, I swear. too much.
Kill some more people.
I no longer feel safe. I must hide.
It's a good thing you're not so
Nothing.
close. I think Lindsay and I would have tore you apart. Now I'm just playing.
I was gonna say, like, if this was like a physical meeting, I would be running for my life.
We would have gotten a separate table for you.
I am no longer invited to the cool kids
And
table.
then we would have gotten a red drink and a tampon and put it in there. We would have gotten a Bloody Mary and a tampon and literally put it in your drink and just here, have at it, girl.
That's so gross.
I'd probably fall over squeaking and laughing.
Oh my God, you imagine? That would be so funny but so awful.
Okay.
Okay. All right, this took a turn for the worst over here.
Yeah, we're delving into the dark aspects of the reading world.
I felt like I was literally in hell right now being evil like that.
The truth is, this is the book mafia.
Literally, yeah, you should hide. You should really hide.
There's no place safe.
Lindsay has a crossbow, by the way.
Oh no. Yep, I guess to those who are watching, help.
If anything, if we don't see you again, we know what happens.
Yeah. Oh God, I'm scared for my safety. I'll just build a fort with all of my books. Call it good.
Another fort, like the little igloo you have with books.
Yeah, but now I have twice as many as I did back then. Now I have 754.
Oh, so now
And
you're
back then it was only 300.
Oh, so you're protected. Yeah, you'll have a fort, a strong fort.
And I know none of you would attack the books because, yeah, so it's like the best shield.
Yeah.
Just hide behind the books.
Yeah, if you get anything else and you're in danger, but if you get books, it's like we'll just caress them. Aw, pobrecitos, like we won't do that.
I'll live inside the books forever.
Make sure you don't take
almost-
your cat in there. He might knock off a wall and then you're screwed, my friend.
Well, no, but then I can just hold her up and you'll be like, oh, she's too cute.
That's
The
true.
cute factor. I'd win there, too.
That is so true. Oh my
Magic.
God.
Magic. The camera's there, Magic. No, you're not doing very well. There you go.
Whoa, he looks angry.
She hates when I shove things in her face, and so I keep shoving things in her face.
And so one of these days you wake up with half your face gone.
She has... Actually, I can't take her places, like the vet and stuff, I can't take her because she'll come home and try to murder me. And then she'll, like, start tearing her own fur out. Because my cat's neurotic, so...
Oh my
like
God.
human, like cat. She takes after her mama.
Yep, she definitely picked the right human.
The funny thing is, she picked me back then I was, like, exercising hard, so my shoes always kind of smelled. Well, as a kitten, the first thing she does is put her head in my shoe and fall asleep. And that's how we knew, like, this cat was insane to start. And then she, like, started following me around, so then it became my cat.
That is so cute and weird.
She's trying to push the phone out of my hand. She's like, no more of that. You will pet me instead.
Oh my God. Lindsay, do you have any more questions? She's probably dying over there laughing at us.
We killed Lindsay.
Probably
Oh, no.
like, oh my God. These women are crazy. That's probably how she is. She's like, nope. They're out of their minds. Ay, Dios mío. That was too funny, though. Oh my God, how am I trying to log into Facebook and I put the Facebook?
The Facebook.
I'm so used to I'm so used to putting the book Cove that I was gonna put the Facebook. Well, I actually did put the face. So.
Well, I have a question about the website. Like, I've been every night I try to read at least one person's review, and I got down to the bottom. I was like, wait, mine's blank. Am I not loved?
Probably. I don't know. She probably hasn't. What? It's your name on it though.
Yeah, it says Crystal's review and then it's blank.
She probably hasn't. Like, she probably goes in there and puts. What the hell? I need caffeine apparently. She probably puts the names, and then as we send them in, she puts them in accordingly. But I already sent it to her, and she received it, so probably she hasn't had time to put it. Just
Yeah.
I will put it on the text later on the chat, letting her know that
Yeah.
we can't
I
see
wasn't
it.
sure.
Yeah.
I figured it might have glitched or something, so I was just letting people know. Like, I was like, oh no.
Yeah, it probably did.
No, I've been reading everyone's. I know I don't come on often, but I try to. I'm lurking in the shadows late at night.
Ha ha, stalker.
The only way,
Oh my
as
God.
you can tell.
Lindsay missed what we were saying. She missed it all. I thought she was laughing at us, and she's like, "Did I miss anything?" Popped for a smoke. I'm like, "Dang it!" We were just having like the best laugh ever, and I thought she was over there laughing, and she was puffing smoke. Damn it.
Oh no.
Let's recreate it. I basically said I was gonna murder Crystal with a plastic background.
I'm hiding behind books and cats.
That's the short version. You want the long version, because it got pretty interesting.
In other words, I'm still scared for my life.
I told her you had a crossbow and that you were gonna hunt her down because she said she liked the 50 Shades of shit. I mean, shade. And and I was just like ranting about the book, and she's like, "Oh my God, I feel like I'm gonna get murdered now because I actually like them." And I told her that she should hide because you hate them and I hate them. And she's like, "Oh my God, I'm in fear for my life." And I said, "You should get a plastic bag," when I meant a paper bag. And then it was just like laughter after that. And she said she was going to hide behind a fort of books. We said we want to hurt the books. And then I said not to take her cat because her cat might drop the books. And she said she's going to use them as a shield. Basically,
Yeah.
that was the end of it.
I mean, I completely agree. The books had a ton of issues. I think on my blog. Oh no, I never posted it. I guess I was writing a blog for a while, and one of the reviews I was going to be like, basically, she inadvertently made her main character have multiple personality disorder. But yeah.
She's a freaking idiot. I swear, she needs to get hit on the head with a bat that's full of nails and stuff.
I feel like she needs to take a writing class, but I enjoyed the.
She needs to get laid. She's like a freaking cat in heat. Like, she needs to get laid and leave it alone.
Yeah. I don't know.
We don't need to know about her weird fantasy stuff. She needs to like just tone the shit down. Like we were talking about earlier, how like if other people insulted Twilight, we would like claws out and like me and Angela. But I could say, because I like Twilight and you like Twilight, whoever likes Twilight could say that Bella was kind of like, annoying at the beginning, and then she turned badass. But only we could say that, right? So we were saying, but I'm pretty sure Lindsay's over there like, no, biatch, I'll say it and you'll handle it.
She has a crossbow. I'm not messing with her. She has a crossbow.
She has a crossbow. We will let her say what she wants to say. She could say that pigs are fairies, and I'll believe it and nod. No. Like, yes.
Yeah, pigs are fairies. Yeah, definitely.
Basically smile and nod. Just sit there and look pretty.
Well, I should go then, because that. No, I'm just kidding.
No, you are very pretty, so shut up.
Oh no, I probably look like an old woman. I'm tired.
Oh please. Well, you know what? Then hey, more old women should look like you then.
Okay, let's get back to books.
Yeah. So okay, what who was your favorite character? I don't know if I asked you from the book.
Which book?
From the last one we read, Talented.
Talented? Well, like, okay, and I feel awful because I still haven't finished it. I'm gonna finish it tonight. I got a Monster Energy drink. I'm ready to powerhouse because I'm a little over halfway. So
You're
I've got a
dangerous.
Monster Energy drink. I'm gonna powerhouse through it and then go to work. So that's how that's gonna work. But so far, I like Eric. I like Talia, but she's not my favorite character. My favorite character right now is Penny. I love the crap out of that
course.
girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Penny and Eric. Ooh.
Yeah. They're
I hate Donovan. I hate him. I hate him so
Yep,
much.
yep.
What part are you in now?
Where am I at now? Well, like, it's like the halfway point, and oh, what is
Did the
going
thing
on?
happen already?
The what?
The thing? Did it
Did,
happen?
A lot of things have happened.
wait, did Donovan disappoint you in any way? Like,
He disappoints me all the time. He's the boyfriend I would dump in a heartbeat. Like, who just... I'm gonna go out to the city and have fun, but I expect you to stay home and, like, not have fun. And when I find out you're having fun, I'm
He's
gonna...
so controlling. It's so irritating. Like, I'm like, first of all, you were a D-bag. You were too nice, but a D-bag. Like you're the worst boyfriend ever.
Also, what the heck is with this? Oh, I'm gonna wait for you, Talia. Why aren't we having sex yet? Like, every other chapter, he's like, I want to have sex.
Like, I'll wait for you, but we should have sex. Like, every single scene. I'm like, look, Eric, look, Donovan, you need to calm down. Like, it's not all about your penis.
you need to stop taking Viagra and leave it alone, my friend.
Well, it's like...
Which is like a lot of things.
He's not waiting, and he's like, oh, I'm waiting. No, you're not. He's like, I'm being patient. No, you're not. No. Everybody in the world.
Every single time, right?
Oh my God, Carleni.
Patient.
I don't think she knows though. I don't think she knows.
No, I don't think she knows.
I don't think she knows yet. Oh man.
Well,
it's okay, Crystal. It's okay.
If you hate him now,
we all hate Donovan. It's okay.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I know yet because, like I said, I'm not close to the end. I'm close enough that I can do it in one night, but not close.
Yeah. Well, when you read that part, doesn't matter what time it is, text me because you'll need a friend.
Well, the hardest part for me was, well, besides the fact that I've only really had like 2 hours a night to read it, except for last night where I stayed up all night. Like, anyway, the hardest part for me was there was like the action scene at the beginning, which I loved. I was like, yes, we're into it. It's so much better than Isle of the Lost, where we just had info dumps.
Yes.
And then we went into an info dump. And I was kind of upset that, like, after that we ended up in an info dump because, like, then all of a sudden she's, like, not really doing much, but she's telling about what has happened in the past. And I understand it's important, but I felt like it was really long, and I was like, suddenly we went from action to info dump, and then finally we're getting back, like, I feel like we're finally back to the action. And I love that. I love that. I love, out of all the books we've read so far, this one so far is one of my favorites. But I haven't finished it. So, I feel like an awful person, but I'm working on it. I'll get there. It'll be done.
Dude, I didn't finish it until today, so don't feel bad. I basically, like, did not do anything besides doing my hair. I didn't do anything but read because I was just like, I read everything but the book because I was just like, after a while, I was just like, I don't know. But yeah, by the way, did you notice I cut my hair?
Yes, it looks gorgeous.
I cut it myself, thanks.
Really? Wow. You need to come cut my hair. Come make a trip to Pennsylvania.
I went crazy because the thing is that my hair was like almost at my waist, and the summer hasn't been too nice to my hair, and going to the pool hasn't really worked out. Plus, I had dyed it so many times before the summer that my hair just said enough. So I didn't want to deal with my curls, and I ended up straightening it. But when I straightened it, it looked like hay, like literally like hay. I'm pretty sure if I would have stood next to a horse, I would have been bald. Like, it was horrible. So I just decided to grab a pair of scissors and cut all of the damage out of it, and that's what happened. This And now it looks healthy and shiny, and I like it.
Yeah, no, it looks awesome, especially finding out you did it yourself.
See, now you have confidence in me with scissors, right?
Well, yeah. Well, also, I'm not afraid of what happens to my hair because the horses chew on my hair because it's blonde.
That is hilarious.
I was doing for my job. I was giving a bunch of kids pony rides on Saturday, and the entire time my horse is reaching up and trying to eat my ponytail, and I'm like, "Stop it! We're at a job. Stop it!"
Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the text from our chat. Oh, okay. I just got updated. Kaleni. Yeah, no, Kaleni, it's gonna ahorita, like in a little bit, she's gonna say goodbye because she has something to do in the morning and needs to go to sleep.
Okay.
Yeah, so it would just be you and me, and Marissa says she's gonna be asking questions because she's watching us. Hi, Marissa.
Hi, Marissa.
Hey, Marissa. So, Marissa, if you are watching, it will be best if you just have them pop up on our screen. It's easier that way because checking everywhere else for the questions is kind of like, ugh. And my internet's acting crazy because people are like on the internet too, like my kiddos. Oh, cool. Okay, I gotcha. So yeah, but you know what books we're reading next month?
I don't even know what we're reading for the second half of this month. I'm so
We're
confused.
reading Blood Rose by Danielle Rose.
Okay, Blood Rose by Danielle Rose.
Did you receive it in the email?
I have no idea. Probably. I'll check and find out, and if not, I will contact my book Cove liaison, the beautiful girl over here. You can't hide. You're not inconspicuous enough. You're too awesome to be inconspicuous.
Aw, thanks. I'm over here trying to eat my pizza, and I'm trying not to be seen, but it's not working out, so bear with me because I'm starving.
No worries. I know the feeling.
I forgot to eat before we started, and once we start, I don't like leaving, so I'm like, I've been eating and like trying to cover my mouth.
Oh.
Now I just need water.
I actually was thinking about taking you guys, because, like I said, I'm on my phone, taking you guys into my kitchen long enough to get a drink myself.
Oh. Well, watch your walk. Kaleni, what are you watching? You look like you're watching TV.
I didn't do it. Yes, I didn't do it. I'm watching the Disney Channel. My sister has a Disney Channel on.
Oh yeah, I know that show. I watch it with my. It's pretty funny. Oh my God! It literally is 36 minutes before my birthday, guys. Happy birthday! In the UK, I'm already 34. I'm already. Yeah, my birthday is not. It's not a new thing in the UK. In the US, not yet. It's going to happen. So yeah.
So excited.
Next month we'll be reading Immortal Embrace by Charlotte Blackwell. I know
I think I've heard of her.
we were gonna read the first book of the Chronicles of Vladimir Todd. I think something ninth grade. I know it's 4 books. It's like all throughout high school. So the first one is something about ninth grade or whatever, and we're picking that because since September is the month that kids start going back to school, we wanted to make it like a theme type thing. So the ones by Heather Brewer, the Chronicles of Vladimir Todd, will be one of the books we'll be reading, and then Immortal Embrace by Charlotte Blackwell. And I forgot what was the other one. I know we have another one. I think we're gonna do 3 books. We had decided on 2, but for some reason we've been doing 3, so might as well just do 3. Especially if they're short. If they're short books, I feel like we could do it.
Yeah. The hard part is like being able to get the book's time frame and then read them.
Yeah.
Sometimes, but
Okay,
we'll figure it out.
so
Everything works out.
the first Chronicles of Vladimir Todd are 8th grade bites, then it's 9th grade slaves. So it starts in 8th grade,
Yeah, there you go.
then 10th grade, then I guess 11th grade.
Yeah, and I think it ends at 12th grade. That's the last book. But
Yeah.
I've heard of the Vladimir Todd. I hear they're really good.
Yeah,
I
I
liked the
actually read
covers in
them.
high school.
I actually read them, and that's why I suggested them, because we needed something with the theme of like school, because school starts in September. So I told Marissa and Angela that was kind of like, the book title is kind of like, about school, but in reality, yeah, he's in school some of the time, but it's not about school. It's about vampires. So it's fun. It's really fun. I enjoyed the series, the whole series, and I was pretty sad when it ended. So I'm hoping you guys like it too.
Who's that?
Yeah.
So, and the Charlotte Blackwell Immortal Embrace, I started reading it, but I had gotten it before we had the book club together, and I didn't finish reading it because we were gonna start reading it. We all got it for the book club, so I decided, you know what, we might as well just all read it together. I heard it's kind of like Twilight. People are comparing it to Twilight. So I'm pretty interested. So yeah.
I tend to get really like wary whenever someone says, "Well, this book is like this book," because then I feel like it changes my expectations. Because if I really loved this book that they're comparing it to, I expect way more out of the book that I'm reading next, and all I can sit there and go is, well, no, it's either too much like the book that they're comparing it to, in which case it's a ripoff, or it's so far from it that I'm like, I don't see what you're talking about. So I kind of get wary when people are like, well, it's so much like yada yada.
Yeah, I heard it's like Twilight-ish, So I don't know. There's some like elements, I guess, that remind people of Twilight, but I read I think like 3 chapters. So I decided, you know what, I should just stop because we're supposed to read it together. And so far, the only thing that I see in common is that boy meets girl and girl likes boy and boy likes girl. That's it. So, I haven't read anything to like point to it being kind of like Twilight, other than they're in school and someone's a vampire and someone likes someone, and that's about it.
Yeah, that's the other hard part is like people say things are the same and then they're really not. It's I don't know. That's why I try not to compare too much.
Yeah.
Because every book is its own. Just like every human, every book is its own. Magic, you're gonna spill my milk.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. Like, some people, like, you could read this, we all read the same book, but we don't read, like, it's not the same story for all of us. We see it in a different way and feel it in a different way. So, what might be Twilight-ish for someone might not be Twilight-ish for me.
Especially, like, when you start thinking of how people envision, like, even different elements within the story. Like, I'll picture, you and I will both be given the same character description, but we'll both come up with completely different characters in our heads.
Yep. Yeah. I don't think we were saying that earlier. I don't think like if we were to draw like let's say we all read Talented, and if we were to draw Talia, there might be some similarities, but it won't be the same because your imagination is not like my imagination.
But we
And
all have curly hair Talia, wouldn't we?
yeah.
Well, yeah. I was
We
confused. Like,
definitely
I know we were talking about that within the um
chat.
I know we were talking about that within the chat, or at least you guys were, and I was reading along silently at night, um, before bed. How the cover was not what I envisioned of Talia, and I know that was similar consensus. Yeah, I do like the cover. Like, I find it aesthetically pleasing, but I find it misleading.
Yeah, it has. I don't feel like it has anything to do with the story. It's like we we were coming up with scenarios in which the cover girl would be acceptable, which would be she uses her talents to seduce men instead of
Those
like,
heels.
yeah, with the she has two different jobs. She's like an agent or whatever by day and a stripper by night. Then she slips. Someone says she slips into the Matrix after. So we we all have
I
different
like.
things that we could say about her, but we wouldn't say she's Talia.
Yeah, I wouldn't put her as Talia.
No.
I have some issues like with Talia as a character, but I feel like I can't blame her entirely because of her past. But at the same time, like there are some issues I have with her. Like she
Mm.
wants, like I feel like I don't know. There are just some things within her that I'm just like that's a contradiction, and I don't quite think that I like that. I don't know.
She's so. I find Talia whiny at times,
Yeah.
but I no. I feel like she's also being pressured, pre- pressured to be the best because her talent is the most awesome, strongest one they've ever seen in a long time because everybody's been watered down talents or whatever. But like even with Henry and Eric when she had to like learn how to do the triple mind reading thing
Oh my
between
God,
them,
boy, that.
like it was difficult for her, but she was expected to do it because she was the strongest one, and like they didn't want Mac. Like Mac suggested her, but so like she's like the director's pet or whatever.
Yeah. I don't know. I liked it overall. I liked the book, and I am like a little stressed out about what I know about the second book.
I
Same.
know.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna read the second book now. I'm probably gonna read it in the future. I am like so into oh my god, what was it? Nightshade. Like I'm reading the second one. I forgot what it's called. I have it somewhere. Where? I think it's in the other room. But yeah, I that book I read it in one day. I was just so like I couldn't put it down. It was really good.
Yeah. No. Like I said, I think out of the three that we've read so far, Talented is my favorite for our book club so far.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I have been watching the freaking movie The Descendants every day since it came out.
I haven't because I really want to watch it, even though I found the books to be like very flat and very just overly promotional. I really want to watch the gosh darn movie because Mal. I like Mal. I
Yeah,
want to
It's
watch
so
the movie.
cute.
the movie is really cute and the songs are really catchy and oh my god, now
There's
I have the
music.
damn sound. Yes, they're singing and come on, it's Disney. What do you expect?
True.
It's
It is
Disney.
Disney.
But I swear, the songs are so damn catchy and like my favorite song is Did I Mention because of the dance. Like Ben is just too funny in that part of the movie. Like oh my God, every time I listen to this damn song, I giggle like a damn schoolgirl because I just remember his dance moves and it makes me die from laughter because he's just like that pelvic thrust, man. It's like some serious business.
When we did read the book, The Lost, it did seem like Melissa de la Cruz was trying to put as many Disney names as she could into the story.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And we like I felt like okay. If we're reading a Disney book, we should be expected to have some information ahead of time of these Disney movies and the villains and stuff. So I felt like she was adding what we already know.
Yeah. Yeah, and then like there were a lot of things that we still didn't find out, like who's the mom of like who's Jay's mom and who's Mal's dad and like all the other parents. It's like we didn't know who's who and what's what, and there was a lot of missing things. But the
I feel
movie,
like
I'm telling you, you will love the movie.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I feel like we know a lot more about Mal's dad than we do any of the other parents because she's constantly making that reference of I guess I'm too much like my dad and things like that, or I don't want to be like my dad. Yeah.
Mentioning that she's too human.
Yeah.
So we know he's human. I think he's good. I don't think he's a villain. I think he was a good human because her mom in this world too. And that's the other question I had. Like, if in this world you're supposed to do everything as a rebel, you're supposed to be a rebel. What's more rebellious than being good in this world?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But also, like, it can't be a good guy because everybody in the island is a bad guy.
Well, if you really think about it, the characters weren't really that bad. They were just being what their parents expected them to be, not what they really felt they were. So there could be some people in the island that just by association were quote unquote bad, but not because they were really bad.
Yeah. Well, the other thought I had was maybe like when Maleficent was casted off, she was unknowingly pregnant. But you know,
no,
and
they had the kid 4 years into being in exile, so.
Well, that's true. Yeah, that doesn't work.
I think that the parent, maybe her dad, just because he was like with Maleficent, that's why he was like classified as bad. But I don't think, because why would her mother always compare her to her being too human if her dad wasn't nice?
Yeah.
So I feel like he only got the name, like the title of bad because he was associated with Maleficent, not because he was bad. So
yeah, that makes
hopefully
sense.
we'll find out.
I don't know. I want to see the movie. Time, time and opportunity.
It is so cute, though. It is so cute.
Looking at you.
I'm not even pointing towards you.
I have watched it every day and like listened to the soundtrack every day. It is so cute.
I look forward to it. If I can ever get there, I'm sure eventually I will, and then I'll be like, Emily, I did it. I took the plunge.
That damn song that I mentioned, like literally I know every freaking word. I see him dancing it in my head. I could play it over and over and I don't get tired of it. It's so funny. I thought Marissa was gonna ask us questions. If not, I'm probably gonna just go and end the call already because we already been on for 3 hours and 40 minutes.
Thank you guys so much for waiting for me. I'm so sorry. Like, when school starts, it'll probably be a lot easier for me to get on, but, like, thank you guys for, like, staying up late for me.
Dude, we always end up Yeah,
take
we
them
always
time.
end up leaving by 11. Like we always set it up for from 8 to 11. So I figured, even if you came at 9:30, we still had a lot of time for you to like be
Okay.
able to like answer questions and chat with us a little bit. So I'm
Well,
glad
it
you
was
can
a ton
make
of
it.
fun. Me too. This was awesome. I was so sad that I missed the other one. Ah, I'm so excited I got to join this one.
It gets really, really fun. Like we, I think we got addicted to it because it's really fun. Bye, Kaleni.
Bye, Carlini.
Have a nice trip
Adios.
to your sister. Say to your sister, have a nice trip from my
All
part.
right.
Good
Thanks,
night.
guys. I'll talk to
Bye.
you tomorrow.
All right.
Bye.
All right. So yeah, hopefully you'll be able to join us for the next one because it gets pretty fun. Like we start off with the book and then it's just like questions and a debate and like we get into everything as you can see.
Yeah, no, it was a ton of fun tonight, and like I said, once school starts, I should be able to be in a lot more of them because
Yay.
I won't be working crazy hours. I
Good.
hope.
Good. All right.
uh,
So I am going to let you go and I am going to thank everybody that was watching us and to Lindsay for asking questions and thanks for watching. Bye, Crystal. Bye, everybody.
bye, guys. Bye, Emily.
Bye. Have a good night.
You too. Night night.
Bye.